a duty to satisfy our customers at all costs. Vehicle owners and drivers need not to worry about getting quality and affordable fuel anymore. That is the reason we have our branches spread all over the country for easy access. For good and clean fuel, the only place to go is Jar Oil. Your need for good and durable petrol, gasoline and kerosene has been covered by Jar Oil, so you need not to worry. Walk to any of our branches and get served to satisfaction. With Jar Oil, your satisfaction is our priority. That is why we have branches at your doorstep to make accessibility easy for you. With our professional and friendly staff, we can assure you satisfaction. To get the best fuel for your engines, the only place to go is Jar Oil. With Jar Oil, it's all enjoyment. That is why we are offering you low charges at our stations on the Coastal Road in Banjul. For more information, you can call 770-8080, 322-9070, 714-7273, or 387-1321. Jar Oil, the pride of the nation.
Introducing the future of hassle-free and seamless financial transaction. The UNO Wallet app, empowering you to effortlessly manage your money anytime, anywhere. With the UNO Wallet app, you can now enjoy branchless banking, wallet-to-wallet transfer, wallet-to-cash, and bank cross-border payments, deposit at a bank, and withdraw from any UNO branch. Get ready to experience the ultimate banking convenience with the UNO Wallet app. With just few taps on your phone, you can effortlessly add funds, withdraw, and send money to your loved ones. The UNO Wallet app also provides a detailed history of your transaction, making it easier to track your expenses. So, what are you waiting for? Download the UNO Wallet app today on Play Store or App Store and say goodbye to hustle of traditional banking. Forex Bureau Limited, delivering much more than money.
Assalamualaikum badung ngai bismillah na Kerr Fatou programme ton kamin na tale jang aramiso bi murun tan jang kote ke kacha na tale nale noma ale ajile ko na polo ko bi nga pama ne lesoto nal be news follow kan ale ko pama ne ya tel elect newly as the United Democratic Party campaign manager for the past few weeks. Obviously UDP they advertised they were replacing some of the executive members. Many resigned the positions to become campaign manager, deputy campaign manager, administrative secretary, and deputy administrative secretary, media affairs, and of course, I think first female vice president youth wing. Nyumbe mo plus all the ya election on it, and people vied for those positions. A lot of people. Yalong ka ni UDP ni to be hani internal campaign le camera presidential election la bari kabiri election kita kamta e molbe to monne fo bi be setulda wala tin campaign manager pamane bari ni ko campaign manager wala ka candidate wala ko wafi campaign manager wala moti mi yalong ko ateleka lead in the campaign to elect the president wala na biya katanya bis sewo kuti ka pamane nati na pamane nge bismillah Kerr Fatou for the first time.
Abarka Ajafatu. Say what Jang for the first time, anatake watu mi alonko get campaign manager for the United Democratic Party, going towards the 2026 elections. Yeah.
Alla campaign you'll do that.
Yeah, I do tell you, but normal, it's very normal in UDP. Weeks ago, a flag bearer campaign which was more tense.
All tense, yes.
Near Jube, Tonya, traditionally, Dabo, used to be the choice of the people of the party. But this time around, a stiff challenge shot up, pationing, la process ka independent nyame, ka transparent nyame. Usainu himself wouldn't tell you actually something cannot go, under Bali, we know. So it was very tough. It was very tense.
It was tough and tense. Yeah. But eventually, particular flag bearers like me, and that's who you are trying to sell to the Gambian people for the 2026 election. Mina wotole, how you intend to sell him, how the party intend to attract voters, especially new voters, because ngalneko voter registration supplementary bekelale. But follow, jumalum permanent. Bayro nyina sinya follow timbesila mbekachala. Bayri kabiri ko permanent. It's important. There are a lot of younger people. Political to kalong jumalong permanent. Abotamintole adunta political muntumali. And then obviously we'll come to your journey.
Okay, Abarka Fatou. Among kolea puruka for itemu jamalti. Sometimes ni ajibe safa koleata. Safa murobuka fang
kumoli.
Baributu. Kumala suti yakama. Officially, le Pa Amadou Manneh.
Pa Amadou Manneh.
Wala mtuoti officially
okay.
Pa Amadou Manneh.
Okay.
But political kono honorable Pa Manneh. Katu be political kono ntata fo keta ward councilority.
Okay.
Very na made soul. In school. Jama ka for Zoom. Most of them you know, oh, that's Zoom on Kerr Fatou.
Okay.
You know. But mu jalol terolet. Mu jalol terolti. Jalol ka fo nyele jonkele fa. Warante ka bu nyancho.
Mane nyancho. Okay.
Bota brikamale, wuluta brikamale, mkuluta brikamale.
Okay.
You know, bari chosano to mfa bota fuladu YBK.
Okay.
Ayo mba bota sankule kunda. Fuladu sankule kunda.
Okay.
So
Mutete Mugambia. Mukoite Mugambia. Ibota fuladu sankule kunda. Ibota funya Brikama. Mutete Mugambia.
Absolutely.
Politiko kumasta nyadile.
Oh, politiko la kumaso ondu. Yalong wati dan tan koma ngamira flota na activism la you know te ngamira bring na dindi ya you know keta activisolti natural activist you know bari katambe wala na first year in high school you know this was in 1986 na first year na first day in class na teacher nata na lecturer I first safero minke on the board the blackboard was apartheid I will suffer 1986 yes
Wow
ako ay mul yinenka jumale ni woro apartheid you know so ngawo mombe ya start ka kumol for yemen long and stuff then we started to discuss on apartheid new system of governmentality in Pretoria in South Africa you know white supremacy system of government you know kabringa ukacha then wokono Nelson Mandela la struggle in it you know namundin kacha taji bira bota wala nata na association of jemim form ta no ka Gambia Anti-Apartheid Society you know when atinan dunta wokono because walu ngambi moy South Africa governance system mbije ning Mandela be struggle ke kanyami ko banko nati ayke betati you know nga fil ko to nya ning atara mol kamara loke e kamara loke no wunyama nabe South Africa sikeno bladol to de bari banko dingulu wolle ka loy ka pare ka jeko ni governance system be kala banko kan ayke system wote mi yalanko is more democratic and it's more inclusive to preparation on yantakela wala so I agitate to be an activist but to have a political sense for now you know ntata wokono Gambia Anti-Apartheid Society for at some point change to Gambia Anti-Apartheid Movement you know abutaje closer to 91 minya lonko apartheid regime nyimbe banna South Africa kono Nelson Mandela be free la you know Gambia ba adabula la struggle nyin kono nationally it was a national anti-apartheid committee you know then wokono around 87 you know 88 the birth of DOI the People's Democratic Organization for Independence and Socialism came high school from 1-2 wotamo you know ngaje ko DOI natanang you know I align myself to them
like a lot of people though
very well
because it's their messaging
no ila contribution towards ka nyimbanko mul
kalamutande
wote downplay no la
yes
and I still have that moves respect for Khalifa Sallah and
Sidi Jat
yente kuninde bake
political
kono bake you know so ninsa for ka political kabo activism to graduate from activism to politics doyle wo
okay
tartawo kono you know for you know 92 elections came 92 elections bina wato min nafatu in as much as nga doy orientation or benna and stuff you know utumo mfana nga miro soto PPP man sakunda be young for nearly 30 years nyanta fali nyanta kala right you know and then NCP was here in as much as party dol be young but the NCP is closer to you know bringing change because the vast support sort of you know so joined the NCP to support NCP in 92 you know so now okay you know then 92 election on that you know
for time did you believe ko you what time moments to theater ka ganye wo NCP instead of doibe no minto
So in as much as believe that doila
ideology
and stuff,
yeah,
but puruka falling okay.
you believe that ñun lesi okay.
Ñun lesi okay no. Ta ni support. What time it's not a matter of yafoko be register la as a member or stuff.
Yeah.
Be la support ni fankole.
Can be align with the party like yeah.
You know, nga okay for election or tambeta. You know, 92, 93, 94 kudeta keta. You know, it doesn't go well with me. And in as much as I feel ko lapanu falling way ke.
Bari malaf kudeta.
Hani malafala kudeta la karola. So man kudeta ni support. You know, so bawa keta wala nyama. You know, tata wokono ye party will be a ban. For banko muliaje ko banko nyantam rule to constitutional rule. You know, wokono came, you know, UDP.
Yeah.
Because a particular ban then GPP, PPP mi alon kole maralola ye fenke, you know, kata NCP.
NCP nyo.
Bao ye ko open bari yetel ban. So moliaje banko moliaje ko political party nyanta tarla janna mimbe force sotola to contest
against the incumbent
96 elections.
Yeah.
You know, ye partiyo law, you know, Cabria law, you know, alo nyae nyabo follow. Nying kamalako party mimbe maralola PPP NCP mi alanko was a staunch opposition
of the PPP.
They came together. GPP fanaba akang janala nga GPP fanala campaign dojele what mo 92 ma fanala what mo fana fenkel then I was in Basse. You know, fana stiff tabaki. But these people all came together ka one party law. Where me itanila ko nyil me fanje nyile bankole. If people want change, they should come together. You know, so when nyabo the formation of the UDP la, you know. But then Tata, you know, for nga moika foko be nyaton kanyino.
Yeah.
You know, for yemo jama for komi yemil point, o man na possible. For inata na usinu dabo la kuo mira. Yo, when I listen to the story, you know, usinu la kuo nate kono nyaming, for ya inform nyaming.
Yeah.
Fa nata wakili ka fuko okay mba jubelal kana fa nata nang anata na d'accord ko kono atafana min jibe mi ya tinna be parela ka song ka UDP lead at that time ngaw fana jube because you know when I look at his documentary in as much as afota ni ajembe documentary nying mba refer to that because moja maya wala jibe.
That's the documentary we did.
You did.
And I want to make a clarification here.
Right.
I had some people claiming ito leo documentary concept safe. Ya di Amadou Jane wouldn't tell a porno documentary there. I want to make that clear. That's not true. That documentary is my idea. Because I believe the man. The Gambela jurisprudence UDP ni usenu dabo minke jang fewo fembe Supreme Court nga case noma ito leake. So for me, when I sat down with we said, you know what, this is going to be an interesting story. We wanted to do 3 people, you know, Ate, Halifa and others, but documentaries are expensive.
Right.
So kabringa ate sonta sirif konyeko we were tabling about it, approach our son. Let's try this one first. Maybe next election we can do another one because it's expensive and it's our initiative.
That's true.
But yeah, I just wanted to clarify that nobody helped with that documentary. 100%. The only person I want to thank was Karamba Ture. When we wanted to edit the dates of Kulmin Hapunta, we reached out to him and he helped. Thank you so much, brother Karamba. But yes, that was Kerr Fatou production.
Kudos to Kerr
and I'm happy that you are referencing that documentary.
Definitely.
Thank you. Yeah.
You know, ninga moi, you know, Milia Kudeta in 94.
Yeah.
These are young soldiers. Milia Lanko in Insembe Balenat.
Yeah.
Funding Keolam, Ipalobe Kandiring, Katuala for Yellowbe Kandiring at the time. You know, in as much as at some point they would say, it'll go in Natalie, some few years, Yamuru barracks.
Yes.
And then they are not interested in politics. It's a dirty game.
Yeah.
But during the course, Natajele, how much Sembo and political power ye
somebody, hold on, they're telling me Mike. Can we check whose mic is this? Mustafa, can you check this out? Because this is a very interesting interview. So let's make sure his sound is okay, right? It's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. You know, some political power and they really want to be in power.
Yes.
You know, so obviously, in as much as conditions they should return the power to constitutional democracy.
Yeah.
You know, I want to believe they will do everything possible to stay in power. Now, moment ding be la filaka will contest.
Yeah.
When I had Useno, la grandchildren and some of his children in America, when they were like happy when they heard that their grandfather or their father is coming to the Gambia, he's going to contest an elections, and if he wins, he's going to be president. And we will go to State House. They were like happy. Yeah. And he was like, no, wait a minute. You know, mark you, bita situation economy along, it's a different ball game.
It's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, because these are young people, soldiers. They want to be in power. They are young, and for me, if I want to contest, I should expect a lot of things. Nyanta kujamale nyilla kujamala milboko mutaro butero sorandiro hanifaro. Yeah. So we will think it. But me yang think usen la koto, knowing all that. Yeah. Ko bina obe face la you came mol ko itelam andu ya kala mutako ye modol chodile wol dol mang song dalilol kan ila on dalilol kan. Yeah. But still that you risk kotenke to get into the field, to lead mola ko kama. Umu risk balt. Yeah. Umu risk balti and umu sacrifice balti. So wol among other things. Yeah. Yatina le nyinkendo la ko jarta nyiku jamala. So ni obi jube nga jube ko woto UDP long patriote miya long ko mo nyanta support la fana komi nga miro minke ko NCP sutiata ka PPP bonde nyaming UDP le fana sutiata ka AFPRC o APRC bonde woto mo be nyante la kul blala UDP le ko nga nyil bonde nga banko return to multi-party democracy with the rule of law. Then ning atara playing game on playing field on level then sinan na kolke wala tinafanga UDP support back, and from that day on I be with the UDP
since that's 1996. Wow.
Yeah. I be with them tata 2001. Yala ubina wato minna then ye ban lift. Yeah. Or election ye ban lift. Yes. Then the parties came back. NCP, went on their own. Ka fenke. Yeah. PPP for nata low kotenke ye fang restructure. And then watra modul miliyalan ko be o party ko no kata GPP. They maintain the UDP. But towards the 2001 election again, kachana take purka foko, nyim party dol nga still nga jube nga candidate killing tombo. Yes. Wakacha keta watu minna, nakeba do, nakeba tero, the late OJ Jalo. Nga remember atele nata license sort of from Sadauda purka PPP lead at the time. I mean for all of nyinte ko tonya 30 years PPP lebe maralo la jang bari bitun kabrin kudita keta kuma jamal le fota PPP ma e man chan soto no pour que fan seneyandi dum janjang keta adum 96 election o e kafuta le UDP lo no ban bota wato min nani election o nyin tema suti atale pour ka foko itel bitale ye fandida potenke kananan kaloi fangoye abe koleala adung imantara nyin kamako pour ka foko itel danko ton PPP ye muru na mansa yala bari be minto wala nyente ko banko ye muru to multi-party democracy in which the constitution and the rule of law be respect la na be wala nyama woto UDP mi yalon ko is already established and I base soto and usieno dabola popularity at that time mota question la they would rather join him and then go. Wala na that PPP kafuta UDP and GPP fana kafuta Hassan Musa Bijele the late nakeba then NCP wale ñomo manna
well
they went on their own. You know. So be yang kono be UDP kono be UDP korosila you know nga nyabo soto party wala back you know until we contested that election also you know some reason the party wasn't announced
the winner. You were defeated or you were not announced the winner?
Well,
you were not
announced katung until ka aje wala nyama bao during the process you know nka minje wala minte ko tonya mbe ganyela le nenga tata ganye bali ya nkan surprise dal ka nyinde bao until mu loi karandengol leti you know dum be electoral commission min bije you know mbela judi lelal respect la you know ye même photo on son tawalla hanning atara manken diat
hanna mankal diat okay
you know so that's the way we went from Botawokono tata towards 2006 this time around wo mbina dun kan wo kono wato minna gamyan koliya jeko tonya hanibi kafu nyomu nyanta continue you know Gambians in diaspora will name dabo Gambia quoto you know they have always been very very instrumental ka jeko Gambia be tala nyamen yi dakije ning atara fengolom ya kije ning atara mirolom ya kije in as much as they respected the parties miliaron ko be jang but they really wanted the people to come together and see ebe unify la nyaming you know so that is a change nyafe you know political leaders will command in Atlanta you know pour kati kachandi you know but we bekela watu minna fana you know we atara tel UDP mi yalan ko tel bije then secretary general na organizing secretary then was Lamin Wajwara Wajwara Marodi Nakeba blessed memory you know abije watu minna I was so close to him you know I understand him so much respect him so much you know then there was this misunderstanding until you know he left the party.
Yes.
You know, when he left the party, you know, but Commandiro Cabraket at Atlanta, he was also invited.
Yeah.
You know, Nata, you know, he had people Milia Alonko, Ulia Fayanko, why not you also form your own party? You know, Jube. Because Ngalong, Mimbiji, sometimes Gambian Kul Dulbiji will changing Ibukala Fiki Batu, you know, so they want it and they want it now.
Yes.
You know, sometimes ngamira for dolie wo action orientation ology atela Carola. You know, they feel he could, you know,
he could be it. Okay.
You know? So when that happened, you know, he came, he talked to us. Kajube Ninsi another movement form. You know, a political party outside UDP.
Okay.
You know, and see for as kind of alternative. You know, and then I joined him, sympathize him. You know, in that cause, you know, we formed the National Democratic Action Movement. Ndam. You know, I became the national youth president of that party.
Okay.
You know. But we forming Kola along Natana doing coalition talks kono again.
Okay.
Atlanta mean Uluta Atlanta. Now wokono ye Halifa Sala le tombon je. Gambian will be ye Halifa Sala le tombon. Prasi ke the coordinator of that coalition talked.
Okay.
Definitely mbe profit ola hanibi. Ka Khalifa tentu ka jay ala lodula nyim banko la politiko to ani muli jiko min soto when it comes to try to talk to people and bring them together mol ka jiko soto to bake na ya ko tama aka walk kabri okay anata nan kabra anata nan you know he visited all the political parties ka fo ka chamin keta Atlanta and the Yambula coordination ola not a walla punga kacha lung minna be wa mitla I was there with him you know and then we all agreed you know and then a location was identified first meeting be kala daming. Kabito woketa, I was part of that meeting.
Okay.
Wo meeting o wole I itandi that we want an alliance.
Yes.
What type of alliance do we need? Kachaki until we come to the name of the alliance, National Alliance for Democracy and Development, NAD.
NAD.
Onata wole nyama. How do we want it to go? But that who are going to be the executives of that alliance also. Min nata for wolom patiol miliyalan ko be in the opposition at that time. That's DOI, PPP, NRP, Ndam, UDP, and GPP.
What about NRP?
NRP fanangaka.
NRP, yes.
Will be in the opposition. So each of those parties is a leader and a deputy. Wollam
a member
executive members.
Okay.
The fact that until Ndam na executive na leader mo lami wajwaralti na deputy leader ni mu Usenu Bengaleti obe America le Bawati Jang te being the national youth president. Siato Yala at the
executive level. So you are in the executive?
Yes, I was an executive.
Okay.
Intending Ajaya Fatou Sonko. Until leka fenke.
Okay.
So we experienced dinner because we 2 years.
Okay.
Not talks be on. Purka jube, benala nya dile under one umbrella. But we talks fana kono. Niaje kacha binala, ngabunya basoto. Sien dabola. We talks kono. Nga lodula je kono bakele 2 years albe siring albe kachala albe kul kachala bankola ko albina nyamin together. Purka kunati banko molbe sula la premina yalong albe nyo korosi la kujamal laje albe nyo lon na kujamal laje the late Asan Musa Kamara wolom the chairman tino so obviously nyimol milia lonko ngefo PPP Oje Jalo ala deputy monu landi Jalo Sonkol ti late wolle executive member solti NRP Ahmad Ba anin Duloba delayed wallam no executive then DOI Khalifa Sala aning Sidia Jada sometimes Sam
Sarsina
you understand then
UDP
Usenu Dabo aning Yaya Jallo the late those days so until leka mitno but natana technical committee sort of fana of NAD or technical committee fana kamitle so party ye mu fula bondi fana mi ya lonko mu la technical committee member nga advantage min soto nyento wala minti ntekile munu executive member tile at the same time get a representative of my party at the technical committee
also. Okay.
Exactly. Ngamira nite namanke Khalifa Salati. Nite ning Khalifa Damalo moti mi
committee floor. Okay.
So obviously somebody who's
that was a lot of experience.
Yeah, very well. Sitting with all those people.
Yeah.
Be kachala, be whole table, be whole fo whole beketan, tambita whole bela.
Yeah.
Kumala suti aka masilang fo nata 2013.
Yeah.
2012 elections, batala 2011.
Yeah.
But
not established the which year?
20
Ndam, sorry.
Ndam.
Yeah.
Ndam established 2021 election. That's
2011.
2003, 2004, towards 2006.
Okay.
Elections.
Okay.
But yalo manana contest
because of
between split nata. Split nata. But in ngamin karang wo fana kono one thing adun lafta puru banko moli crosser ke woto bring a NAD law ntata to a point ko ba umbe lafring ay ke clinty until bela patiol ngela cool down play one entity soto woto we will register it as a political party so NAD was registered as a political party in so doing woto NAD nyanta symbol sotolale one and anyanta color sotolale flag so wo flag tombon wo symbol wolom nying ti yaje ni ajube nying in alliance or 2016 alliance or me Adama Barrow nafe you know your similar symbol la sort
okay
you know nadla symbol
okay
but flag wo min fana use la that's the ash color originally womu ndam la color leti party ka color le soto e come register with the
I see yeah
when we wanted a color for NAD it was difficult most colors
we have been used
no and IEC ya for a color like I think black and I don't know black and I don't know which color it man left moyo water because it fana kala color la mi ya lonko when it comes to finger be all use la as independent color you know
okay
so color so left the exhaust la more you can see even in those days you know traditionally PPP la color in blue tea have been NRP blue because they were banned when PPP came they couldn't have it they used pink you know you all use you know so wokono ntel nata jibe ko kachana take ba wontel ndam mallo nyin kama dam fo don kon lafta wajwaral kala president warantel lafta fenkore you know nga wali ole keta brong nga alternative fenkata but ultimately what we want is change so obviously ning atra oppositional be you know wo jeri nyaleje they're coming together why not you
stay with them
you sacrifice some of your stuff you know so ndam nata na ila kolata di askola
di
nga chika nga di
nadla okay
until di register so ultimately ndam nata di register le because tel min bentel bulu drong wolong falingo yake at that time so ni falingo be kala amanjari ndam ya soto so nganna kola di that askola di nadla bari tata fo flag bi arato mombe kala wato minna amanna fenke janjong keta you know but one thing fana I would let people understand mbenyim be fo kam pour molia long sometimes ni lafta ka dun alliance ko nyanta mil be mirala e nyanta mola judi la nyame ntel in as much as we are our own party ntel sonta nyinna ko you cannot compare us with UDP ntel bota UDP le bala definitely ntitanya ton ko to mola ni UDP ka nyo saba nyaton ka wo te to nya ya nola
but is it true ko what muna kita nadla problem osino muna nadla problem osino muna kita nadla problem
tata daming basically all consensus man soto in selecting the flag bearer because maybe you know we should have tried to select a flag bearer through consensus you know new among possible no we go to primaries so but consensus man soto no before we go to primaries nyomo yo man keno janjang
okay all right so kabri ndam di register ta puruka la flag ko di nadla ila political transition nata kenyadi nata kenyadi
nad ni nata biring kuonyi man nata you know then towards the election UDP went on their own and then NRP joined them in that race I think that was 2011
was it 2011
no, 2007
2006 election
2006 or 2011.
I think it's 2006
yes 2006 you know they went on their own then the remnants of NAD remain and then Khalifa became the candidate you know and things didn't work you know until the subsequent Fenkolu you know then we remained that way you know until 2011 also came you know no headway you know then after 2011 elections you know 2000 National Assembly elections nata 2012 you know wokono you know na participation in politics again because tumo nga breaking dinta you know during that period you know na participation came when that National Assembly elections came you know Brikama nga Buba I Sane Londi as an independent candidate you know and then I played a leading role.
No,
independent.
Okay.
Minketa because that year UDP boycotted
the elections.
Yeah. You understand? You know, so Buba Nata on an independent ticket.
Okay.
You know, people of UDP supported him.
Okay.
You know, and then he won.
Okay.
You know, when he won that election, 2012.
Yeah.
You know, 2012 Botana Drong. You know, 2013. The local government elections nata.
Yeah.
You know, Cabinet local government elections nata. I will tell you, niaje mbafalako keta kansilote. You know, I went on the ticket of the APRC. You know, there have been, you know, people have to understand this.
Yeah.
I went on a ticket of APRC. 2013. 13.
Okay.
Niajube wofana keta nyaming. Adun lafta wofana yeke moli wala dati. Wala dati.
Okay.
Political complex tale.
Yes.
You know,
very complex.
But I need a strategically.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, coming out for nyaming the the National Assembly election of Minketa, I played a leading role to put up Buba as an independent MP against a candidate, an APRC candidate, me alonko wala first time kele. Yeah. Even ala mol milbe in the constituency, ila ta falinale. But the executive fanko nata purkaje ko I maintain or protester. You understand? Yeah. But then the executive order min nata kaje ko he should be there. Well, you have to make sure he wins. Yeah. But he couldn't win. He couldn't win. Yeah. So ntinga role min play, you know, bubala wo election auto. Just after that, can you imagine? Yeah. The local government elections binala, APRC have to come and say for that election, local government elections that they cannot afford to lose. Yeah. They need a winning candidate. And for them, they care less where that candidate is coming from. Yeah. They just want somebody to be on their ticket and then win the election. For and everything, because they came to me and I say, what are you talking about? Yeah. I have never been in APRC. You know, I have been in opposition. Just few months ago, you see me leading a campaign against your candidate, and then we celebrating Mahani wo Fenko Farm Bambala follow. Yeah. You come to say we don't care. Yeah. Until left me na kufula. Yeah. We were not happy with the results of the presidential elections in Combo Central. You understand? Yeah. One. Because the opposition is sembo certainty back. One. We lose the parliamentary elections. And then Mimbembulu from our executive, everybody knows what I'm on. Yeah. You know, it's like if we lose this again, we will dance to that tune. Yeah. And we cannot afford that. Yeah. So until we don't care. We want somebody. I say, but I can't. Yeah. They say you must. Yeah. Another thing you see, be divided politically. Yeah. You know, including Wokacha, including the late chief, the Mokeleng. You know, will be divided. Sate be divided. I don't nebukala fi political in sate divide. Yeah. You know, and what we see is somebody like you need a nata. Maybe sike sababoti, you know, moli kafunyoma. Okay. You understand? So after you consider back. I say, in as much as neneman pare kansulia fang mantara miracle. You know, but the press owning not a nyaming. I say just allow me to go and talk to my people. Yeah. You know, I did consultation with my people. Purka itandeko. Preso be hiring nyaming. Amanke silandata amanke kuti. But the time after Kabiri Nilente consult opposition for oh no, you have to come on opposition. Yeah. And in opposition, it cannot be UDP because UDP will boycott. I will make it independent. Yeah. You understand? Let us look at the logic in this thing. Yeah. Already near Jube, 3/4 of the wards it are unopposed. What more APRC can do poke wala back. Yeah, unopposed. Make sure. Ila kande solita unopposed. That's true. That's true. 3/4 better unopposed. Adun gladol mil tuta jemili alam ko be contest la. Obviously, they just gonna win. You know. So near Jube, tonya ko be la nyaming. Waka mean for political nyanyi matilin tantelale. So much that, you know, probably nin tata on either side, I would have won. Yeah. You understand?
Yeah.
So, but ndinga min jube at that time nintata an independent ticket kong winter. Nintata cancel. Out of 28 probably councillors. Until the only opposition councillor.
Yeah.
At the time, me and Lonko, the ruling party went on their knees so that I can contest
Join
for them. You understand? Market, if I go, probably it will be difficult for me to deliver for my people. And on Qatar Council, it's not just a matter of kafoko, Qatar Council le, mo councilority, and then at the end of the month, ngana allowance ta ngata. No, you need to work there, yet deliver for your people. So ning ata suppression bekela purun kana okay. Yeah. But probably ninna mola kacha watu kon ngam fo yanko. Why not nga jube ko? Wow, na mol Manneh, he's going on an APRC ticket, but he's going there for Nyambai ward. I do not have Nyambai ward. Intel Manneh opposition nka nbediam kan wolle da. Ala muta kon intel Manneh wala be nya cancel. And see whether I will deliver or not.
Yeah.
You know.
And you went on APRC ticket.
Yeah. So you know, and wala tina iteling hangin difang. You know, so that don't mind, go. That's why Ngamira, you know, na campaign was one of the most popular campaigns, you know, during that time. Because more million long ko even opposition fan call. Bele kafra nyoma can support ngana, you know. So that was how.
That's how you joined
yes, I became the candidate for APRC.
But after that, you won that election.
I won that election.
So after that, how did you fully transition into APRC? Because somebody who has fought to unseat the same government all these years, right? You were totally engaged in car making, so you believe that there should be change. How did you properly integrate into the APRC? How difficult was it?
It wasn't difficult because minketa bimbe dunna je man dunje nyin kamako mbe dunkang mbe cross carpet kan to the party.
Okay.
Ndunta nyine kamako nkata council.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a councillor.
Okay.
And ninga the TOR of a councillor long, and then ning concentrate our can wrong, and that's it.
Yeah.
Fine. I was green because I was on a green ticket.
Yeah.
You know, I went on a green ticket. I associate, you know, with them. You know, but then I was doing the work of a councillor. You know, and at council, you know, handing atara, you come from different parties.
Yeah.
You know, nalbe mo councillor, talbe chambers.
Yeah.
Normal circumstances. Albukala party.
No party callers.
The council.
The council.
You know, so do kunyi
Koleano. Okay. Okay.
That open on 2013, 14, 15, 16. You know, these elections come.
2016 election. So by the time of the 2016 election, you are in council around.
Of course, we were in council.
In council. Okay.
We were in council. But what happened is, you know, 2016 elections, I supported the coalition.
Okay.
You know, naturally, akakewa nyama ni ajibe karadola. You know, momo minte takimo wallet.
Yeah.
You know, kabiringo nata, u force nata. You know, it reminds me of the NAT coalition. Na udroneje kuwa nyinkono. Coalition process o nyintata nyame ni kulbe de ngan NAT fen kujule de ngan oh, that's maso. You know, so naturally I align myself instinctually, you know, to that. You know. One aspect. The other aspect is bring UDP Adama Tombong. You know, Adama is a friend, you know, but he's a relative also.
He's a relative?
Yes.
Okay, Minauto. Is a friend, is a relative?
Yes.
Even it is all NPP. And in Minauto. Okay, go ahead. I'm just teasing you. Yes.
You know, so, you know, Kabir Waketa, he called me to say.
It made it easier for you, right?
Yeah. You know, I can remember when he was selected by the UDP.
Yeah.
You know, he called me, you know, my friends were in presence. You know, say, Pa, hey, Korea Kibaro mo, nka mo, yentombone, you know,
wow.
UDP, tell him leader. Nko, oh, really? Nka mo kukenete. But nka yanko bari along coalition, qualify na ngunu ka. Nga dua, we succeed, no succeed then nga dua wo fana select do ho bi na world. You know, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
You know, Nala relation definitely young put into giving my support to him.
Yeah.
You know, until the coalition come, you know, the convention bekela wato min I can remember that Araba, you know, following and doing everything, you know, and then he called again after that Franco. Pa, yerisol dol moida. En kai nga muile kai yo do ko shita.
Sa ndo
ko shita. You know, honestly, even being the councillor at that time, you know, I supported.
You openly supported?
Not openly.
Okay.
In the beginning.
Okay.
You know, in the beginning, you
cannot do that. You cannot do
you
that.
know, so back in the do man, nyo mo ikang be call kick and everything. Nanganiyo ni na duwa ni na ko baby. Because tonya. Ntenga mo tanong ko coming nga PPP janu nyaming hanning ayatara PPP mang fault jama jije nga fit ko mita inyanta palinale yo the same fenko ngawle soto with APRC.
Okay.
You know that falingu nyanta kelal sai you know ko bitaka nyami falingu nyanta kelal you know so what nanga ko support you know so I was in the thing for election oketa. And then when the results were announced, you know, I celebrated very well.
You said my friend is the president now.
Yeah, yes. Not only, but change have come.
Change have come too.
Change that I have been working for all along.
Yeah.
You know.
And it came through your party that you were before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know. So it can you open fianco kono. Waketa at the
tail end.
At the tail end, mom from I remember. You know, ila Timo Binakang from a tour, countrywide tour.
Yeah.
You know, they entered Brikama. So we were there. I entered Brikama Beruleng, you know, at one of my friend's house. You know, then Ibinasilo Mina Yalo Neo Beruleng Silo Mutakata Jamambato.
Yeah.
Be in a friend's house, you know. He must be listening. I was watching, and then they will all remember. We were standing there. At first, I was like, Katara Koda Kono Pip. Mutul betaka jubilate and be contending. But for some reason, mom fam mutano kutenke mfuntita koda bundala nyami lota mano. You know, because looking at people, seeing people, mutul betamile. Fongaje adama la muto kanana. Malo mene nchika drong.
Ifintaban.
Mfuntita drong ala muto. You know, I jumped on the bonnet to go and
hug him. Oh wow!
You know, while it was open, so it seems I care less.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel change should have happened.
It was happening.
You know?
Yeah.
So Kabiru Batala change keta, we celebrated it. We went. You know, nga feel ko. Well, we will work on this thing. You know, tata okono for at some point. You know, some issues start to raise between Adama and UDP. I wasn't happy because nga feel ko, you know, Khalifa Kamimfo, it shouldn't only be a regime change. It should be a system change.
That's true.
Aduni system change yantakela, you know, then that continuity yantatarla ila kuokonole. You understand? Nyo bondo ning walio manyana kataraje. You know, so I wasn't happy with that. You know, nangani yoto akanake. Wale benkono. Panangana do kurimul kere. You know, because among other things, ntenga feel like Adama manke moti minsi maralokeno temaje maralati. Handing ayatara. Today, Adama would go out all the time. You know, akadiamu komomi yalonko ala maralo was destined. Ala maralo was and intemaje wanyama. The way I know him.
Okay.
You know, I was close to him. You know. So ngami muta wala miente ko ani mulle nyanta tarla system kono milia lonko e fahamta milia lonko alfalom milia lonko ye banko sotole isaje sinyo de mano banko ye change min yan isaje sa achieve no but natata molbulu milia lonko fansungu anin bi ye walaje ko yala because ata handul nola maje ko maral lamo you know wayatinda you know ajarta nyako kundinna you know pour walio kanana adu wo mo kendel jamal ntenga wolje UDP la kono you understand you know mfa delete la minda mun bije wato men amat sane ma you know kata alaji usenu you know ni molmil be koma you know aninga koje nyame abitaka nu nyame ngaje ko gambenol binaka ne andu be parerin ka participate bankola do koto le nyabono malla fi woy kuntu you know adu nga lonne fana ko nin ata sonta wo kuntuta mbe min kono bi mbetarla wala kono because ate banko maranola because mol nyanta mi understand la coming ika min fo ko wulo si wulo kon nyaawo nyaala ala nyin koyo ito wodiala be banko min kan patio min mu UDP ti ay base min soto jang aya do kule itana kayano la wala ni la fanyim banko marla e ko sumaya o ini UDP si ñoo faham ale ñoo moy je
ni la fa banko marla e ko sumaya
you know for UDP si tarakol kono you know amanke UDP as the yellow party but UDP as a party that have worked to amass that support of the grassroots. You understand?
Yeah.
You know, wala you know, nkaja ko ataka usenu la kumo misunderstand bidding waka for you know, if you don't mind I would make the country ungovernable for you.
And,
you know.
And honestly, the way he said it, it was in my interview. And then in a low interview, like Ibrahim Dibala spoke on alone. Mr. Lawan the interview, so you're meeting also to J. Ibrahim.
Right.
So a lot of people were there among Kanano. So I couldn't not racing. So I remember very well. I wore a blue shirt. I wore for them, and I see a lot of people cut that. I mean, for no wolonko, ni koibe, ntelekai ko, ni koiba come like, ni mansakundai. Comme jamais cool dol min kala nini man sakunda ko be wokela la dung ako then I will make the government ungovernable. Exactly. It was a question of if they want to put that kind of pressure on him jamais min kala ako then we will make the government ungovernable.
Exactly.
So it was based on that question. But honestly, I mean all the politicians
he would, but he did.
Yeah.
I have based Minkang, not him personally.
Yeah.
Because I support Ming command from the people, and will believe Tala objective minna. You know, he would show to them that nyinteng, and if he show to them that nyinteng will be bola nyintola. I don't need botato. Domandemu buka jama marano. Akakolea. You know, so wole bekela. You know, so you will be, you know, in government, you will be at governance, you know, but it will handle nola because it be mara lola, it be mil marakang jamanying will nila kulbanta. Adung nyanto min dita ka jako ita si recognized no as the president. When nyanta kilong di la pruitel fana jako itel mubanku dingol leti inyante check lale. You understand? So wole cheko wole be chaundila. Wole batina la ibe kulkela miya lonko. Aning kultitala milia lonko ibe la kul metandila. So the country is ungovernable. Ning atra modul ba mira lako making a country ungovernable is kafitino nafe wante ka kulke. That's not the case.
That's not the case.
You know.
Okay.
So you know that's what happened.
So since war time on in BTM ibe UDP le.
Since that time, no, I was thinking first split bina wato mina like I was saying.
Split bina,
yes, okay. I never wanted that.
Okay.
Because ngalo nako watate aransela.
Okay.
You know, adu nama aranse utente diati because nte na eminfo. Wolo nyinte ko we would work ila presidency kono nga jeko you have a happy ending.
Yeah.
You leave a legacy. Adu nte nga mutako prior wo happy ending soto and I legacy leave. Ani UDP nyanta tarla kuo kono le fo janning abi ala fonyo wato binasi la fonyo.
Okay.
You know, so wala tina no woman diante.
Okay.
Ajatanye kuo kundi na purunga wake ngake.
Yeah, okay.
The wala tina handing atara at some point man na bendi no ngani o minti woman keno for split nyin nata faye nyil bay ibotana man sakunda kono. I was with him.
Okay.
I stayed with him.
After the split, you stayed him?
Yes, I was with him.
Okay.
You know, until he made me a member of the political council.
Okay.
You know, that was before even
NPP. Okay.
You know,
okay.
Yes, we talked about the party thing because that's what he told me.
Yeah.
You know, he knows. You know, I was one person who was there to design a la last election me and Yantalola National Assembly in Jimara.
Okay.
You know, he was coming to my house. We draw all the programs and stuff.
Okay.
You know.
That's good.
Everything.
Okay.
You know, you know. So I was there during the work in the political council. You know, time all the idea of the party nata or party union load and everything. But we be well, let me be there and see.
Yeah.
Tumando coming for niaje at day one mala ko amang se wonum baake barakata je mol coming for ni isika nyawonya ni hakilo mang surwal kami mamacha.
Yeah.
You know, bari ning ni keta nyaton kote tumando alaka hikma dilale you know pour yeke sabar lati yeke la mira lati yesonko ini mol nyanta den na miro lale tumando ni wo keta kulbe jelala no kulbe bol so let me be there you know. So that's why I was there with him. But during the course, ntata fo pationing sotota, pationing registrata. Nga kulje bitaka nyame ngaje ko ngami ngasilanda min sota la kuoto wala bije. Afutata level to pour nga kachandino ay moy a difficulty. Nte na ka nyoje nka kacha ba ninte nga kumo faye nkaje ko akalla moy te nga fa bari nte nga muta ko akadan wala to. You know, at the end of the day, Ming Fong kan me back you know, at many times when we meet again, probably in public, he was like, oh, pa, you be dating, you know, politician ba, but you be dating, you know. I was like, what is going on?
After the
Then you take a kachamim bake, woman before. I mean, you be dating. What it left muneke? You just want me to go and call the press and assault Dabo or for Lombang? That's not me.
Maybe be an attack dog.
That's not, yeah, exactly. Nga kulje wala nyama ko no. But when you bente jekan otherwise. You know, that's not me. You know.
But did you ever find out from him ilafta nga munefo mbe dering ka tu nanta min folon ko fo tele. Ima na o check.
No, fine. But after that level to, you know, when we were at the council also, political council.
Yeah.
Nakorosi ro wol kono. After that level to, because minketa. Ngani kuya do min soto ala kuoto was when I feel ko sign all pareta la purka patio law. Ko I finance sotole, I finance yes all sotole. Purka patio law. He called us to a lunch at the State House. Walanjula. You know, Adam Amba Fulenko, that's what breaks the camel's back.
For you.
Yeah, for him.
Okay.
Because I mean, miracle that was wrong. Birin Satan and Walung Kumboda.
I want to get a
Ako Walunga attend the mon lako slang a coming tabia mortale, but you'll be lola labe because financial soul totally. You know, Kodo what a problem ti, motolte problem multi, Ujama, Kamul Jikindi na Fulola. Ko amanya na kafo nyama. Ni be patio lola pour mole taraje pour ka do koke bankoye e manya naka itande ko do fele wala keta bidaya start wala nta ko nta man ka fama wo kamma nta ka futama min kama wala mala legacy abe bonya kendo sotla nyin dulato nyaadile anin abe legacy min tula
barola the camels barola camel man la back man break de katu ala patio afaya lafta munekela kabra patio lo atelo mu president 2011 2021 kabra patilo atata election ola atele gagner andu ngako afolo ko 2026 atele be gagner so hanna man gagner auto malum be kala auto kodi but let's accept ko atelo president so wala kamel man back de ite angul juma
be angulo minna
wa
wolom abe pousse kan at the end ila ending you see inte loud lan ending you see
ending
ila bon
okay imani ko ala bon be
ngoje
imni mira ala bon
nga lonko afelenta be ko follow kam minna abe diala bara it will not have a happy ending
okay
that's my problem tela ko be wala nyama
okay
iyaje wala yatina nyorita ala kafola wala yatina mfata ala kafola because man convince no ko Baro would have a happy ending.
Is it because Kabrim Patiolota, because you are part of the political council, you are part of the architect of NPP, you are part of all of this? Is it because you make an executive for Toil of Talanyaming, wala atine with NP, Imam Palaso, delay Sulata Mina, and we could open Tandia Landalman Kodoje. Is this all the reason why you left?
Let me tell you, coming for a bidding lumina, okay. Kabirim Botawala. Some of the guys, me along.
Charles, some of my Simon Herek, my people, they want it. Please check less on my it's kind of irritating. Yeah, sorry.
Kabirim Botawala, Kabirim Nata. You know, I can remember some of the people we were talking to. Yeah, Moro, Nimi Monkey Nafulti, what a member.
Yeah.
Because I mean for all of me to go. I'll Alpha prepare, I'll meet all organize, go and meet the people, prepare a budget, I will pay.
Eh?
So everybody was like, that wala en kumbonde so kodo bije bari nte nga feel ko ning atara wolbe o fola nte ne baro e relation soto min tambita wala nte takela moti mi ya lonko mbetar la kafola kono mi ya lonko they just going after kodo min be nala ko kono
bari ma mira ko fanan that was a political strategy so wala tina be NPP e mansaya soto 2021 because kabrin president ko mo because I remember this you can even I remember no dolam mama la uncle day mama atabe NPP la ndena ka so sonkol na du tere ka fa enko ka aspa way ka sal min mu ka sa wala so ndene te wala fen bari ni bi tayara lela e ka boyi de samba abuka most min ke bari ka motor le tare ke da fa dadi ni wala was na yakela motor ko so obviously people saw a way of getting money and when you start ka align with party in that level mobe yalon ko karimu fature be janne ifana mo me kele be fala auto bari be tula auto and when people saw they could make money through that channel they were making money but they also make sure they stayed and they were bringing people and that's why MPP is here up to today.
Thank you yalon wolom bala fati yalon wole yatina ntebe wala tina usenu jarta you understand you know for me, that's not the case. It's not just a matter of contesting election and being announced the winner.
Okay.
Because you can contest election, being announced a winner, wasatara ila winning keta amantanin satulnin silola.
Okay.
You understand? But you ming lose ta. Me along ko ya announce ko wole man ganye. Wo is more credible.
Okay.
Ya bi mbete mo minto teng. You know, nimma nyo keto. Alaji useno ye bunyani promo min soto dunia kono ani Gambia banko kan baro as the president na masoto baro la presidency na fo balale o briso bijele o fenko bijele but as a person ni alaji usenu funtita ni banko kanjang ani banko bantala aka receive nyaming by Gambian people wasatara imam mo entice wasatara imam mo induce fenna imam fendi mola.
Is this why you think Barrow always Nadia Mtawato ataka kuma kando le faina ngala patilika? Because and I keep asking people why is Barrow always upset with Usainu Dawa? Because Barrow is president. Nadia Mtawato ataka ndol banku dingo hakilo blandiko atelon president the president floto sonora banko kan. And I said that here on my show one time go. But Barrow itelon president mbeda kota. So nana watu watika hakilo blandi wala. Especially minister Dawa that alkaya nyinto Sibito alkanala minna we'll come to that alkan banko be duni mu kono and then Barrow manka mankunda albe problem na tila mole Barrow be sandol faila nanga be kuma jama na tila but yenyi me fote it reminds me this all the time President Barrow ni political leader be ni banko ka bari abuka fem faika but Mr. Dabo all the time ase kuma fire kana but amanda woto every time I can remind ko atelon banko president the president fulate sotonola so ati amira jumala ka fanke president fulani because ala party leader lawo na binana yesilo be block 10 hours so
banko dingol la molom banko dingol la nyaton kolom yaje barote fem fonola ate kukenola ate mansa ya birso itandi nola molla katambi ya jammela jam ya jamme jammara 20 years dum ngam ngansa ya itandi ntemu mansality fion felenti mba dishla authority mba tamandila mbe ko bekela barote futala ya ngore mama hanning atara aka fuko min bebe ya bulu and everything abebe mbulle ntela ma ke don
so ko sa economic for mbate
ko economic bembulu ani molka wota ka aji ko ala hinante ya wala atinna kuna hani yirdoni fanta munta idomo nyal mankile you know so nka wala fotanti you know neo bejube henning atarate be ko do use la be ko kela pabe abe na into power he still he wins elections and stuff you know but in coming for all the time the ending you know with all that ala bankete nyaming wonte diati wonte ala supporter sol na la party militant sol wonte diati ala bankete nyaming you understand adun tela miro be woleto barola karola wala nanka foko from day one nka men fo wala nyente ko ala exit abe kelañ abe talañ abe bola nyaming
e ko le mira
wala wonka wala mira andum ni ajube among other things because all the time nka ko labang la jube.
Okay.
You understand? Among other things, niya jube kabrimbe bola la kuoto. Ngamira Jamal Mil soto. Wolam. You know, I said it at some point. I said there was a time I was watching this TRRC. Mba jube kay be mol question la. Mol miya lonko. Ye tinyaroke baake. You know, because ye order mil ya lonko. If only ya lonko aman tonya ya. But ye order mil ta ya execute because ya feel like nimma tamandi mbe fola na palaso la warante nimma tamandi mbe min sotola nta sotola yo order ta yet ya rolke you understand, but at the end if identi na be parade la at the commission here wulu nyol ni wulu lal ni wulu dingol le bela mul be jubela wonyala and everything so humiliating.
Yes,
you know, wo touches me a lot and nga feel ko ning ayatara baro faunko transitional min keta Gambia jang 2016 ate karantale ya jamme karanta Gambianol karanta woto nte ngam fan konti mol kono min karanta nabe wonyama should I be part of a system o mi ya lonko kube tama kanje mi ya lonko ngaje ko wole tamata nkamin jube no commissioner adu kabiri ngajube nkam fan fole nko ngam fan question ko say woto nte pamane ning atara no be in that position. Would I take that order and execute it just because mlafta tula palasol to don o nyabe ko do labang nene ngam fanye nin ka wala kabri ngam fanye nin ka wala at the end ngam min fom fanye no ta kela katun ta no la ngatara searing commissioner to ndingo sukay warante yama be searing iben jibela iben doyala kula mi yalon ko ngake minnin luwalin sartol nin kulmanta ante wotanola oto nabe wonyama woto birimbe baro system ko ngajube ko abe wo silole walankan it's better I leave.
Is it because I bring my question again? Is it because you are part and parcel of the setting of the NPP, you're a role play and you have a good relationship with Baro, but Kabri executive will be made Imam Plasos today, Imam Kodoni, I mean promise, imagine, then you had to leave.
Let me tell you. When it comes to Kodo first, yalo ngafu na kabiri mbota je, nse ita nyajo batana. Because ngafu le ko nte tarla je. Ni molte kafula mili yalon ko iba ketula iba tinyala labango tinyala. Natrate ni wole relation do soto atele yalon ani relation mi soto. Faye trust ay na fe pour ka do ko kay. Ban defana na special relation le soto. Otonte o betrayal. I will not do that. I will not go into that. Okay. When it comes to the executive, let me tell you that this mi yalon ko mota dispute la. I am one person. Mi yalon ko lota karema ka jeko. NPP patio anyanta executive soto la. Patio lota le I watita janabe executive soto la.
Yeah.
Because members of the political council then feel like it should continue being the executives of the party.
Of the party.
I want to believe some of them fearless sort of ning ayatara eko council be dissolve la executive law. Probably some of them will not be part of the executive.
Okay.
Wayati na fenketa I stood my stand nimoli kacha among kaje ko patiote lono la ma executive soto. Handing ayatara council members will be bekela part of that executive. But anyanta kela wala nyama. Woketa. Let me tell you this mi yalon ko mota dispute la. When we were selecting the first executive of NPP, I was selected as the first organizing secretary of NPP.
Okay.
Let me tell you this, Kabiri Woketa, I declined after Kabiri Woketa, on that same meeting, I declined.
Wow.
You understand? Because we're not a nyaming. I have seen a game playing during that selection. That there are few people, me alonko, I think for whatever reason, they didn't want me to be
part of the executive.
To man that position.
Organizing secretary. Okay.
Na jero e wala itande. You understand? Ngawo je ko kono. Wokono and watarante tombantale foka pare. But they play their game that I saw already to the extent that inatana kuonye murundi kutenke. Okay. Bawo president ya fole ko ninga selection for a position ning atra mo fula fenketala, you understand le imanyo o two names and say well somebody then he will do the final selection. You understand?
Yeah.
That's the time in atanake they selected me and Fabu Sane.
Yeah.
These two names, it be all samba president.
Okay.
You understand? Biri wo keta o kolalam international decline.
Decline. Okay.
You know, because near be decline because we are already in na mind prepare. Ko I would leave. I would leave.
Okay.
Adum malafi nga palaso nyinta already. Ngata a few weeks nga nabo.
Okay.
You understand? So I keta wala nyama. So palaso Martina mbota.
Okay.
Adum kodo Martina mbota. They hear, they will hear me.
Barobe manka mankunda abe jabi.
Oh yeah. No, aten jabi.
Aten jabi. No. Abe manka mankunda. Ya no manka. Na state house. Abuka de amubat.
Ani jabi.
Baro na manka mankunda. Ani ka barobe nyada sa fo mbija.
Jabi dati je because mbe mi mfo kan wala tonya.
Okay. So which year le buta NPP?
2020.
2020. Okay.
2020. Kabirimbe bolaje fana.
Yeah. This was a year to the election.
Yes.
Okay.
Ngami for all of I would come.
Okay.
But is still my brother.
Yeah.
Niaje nga feel ko batu nga bala kuoto nga kata pro ay kodol tamanda mata mande wanyama.
Yeah.
Malla fala ala kasarol.
Ala kasarol.
Ana ala labantinya.
Yeah.
Utonabe wanyama. Ngami muta wala min name tamara lola.
Atebete
ala tinyaro be gena warala le. Andon pour ka wodi dabe gena kole ala le.
Okay.
Woto let me come back to my home. Mi ya lonko wole fana sutiyata pour ka bondi. Nga katoke nga bondi ala marolo kona jamfa. Isaje tinyaro membe kela warante baramo membe kela ka baramo nyin ka dida asisone ya.
Asisone no.
I came back to officially soko I'm part of UDP.
UDP. Now, I want to ask this question, why UDP? Because why you think UDP is the party today? Because you have a lot of experience.
Right.
That's why I sat here to listen to you. Right. You had a lot of experience from the political philosophy of Halifa Sallah and Doi. You know, just like every other, most Gambians.
And being so close and being having Lamin Wajwara as my mentor.
Yeah, Halifa Sallah, NCP briefly.
Yeah, Sharif.
And then UDP, and then DAM, and then APRC, NPP, and then now UDP. Why do you think UDP is the place for you? Of all these parties, you don't take Konole, you're experience long, you're tamanya long, you're ideology jube. Munatinete America, UDP is the best position for you. Or the best party for the Gambia.
Yalong, ninna diamona all the time. Kafoko nim lafta falingola. Ka jube jumale sutiata ka falindiroke. Akumata ka jeroke.
Yeah.
Adun falindro be kala mol min la ko kamma gambian ko le la ko kamma ite idea soto ite fanye nyaaw nyanding ite lafta ko kun ninkela e ba kala gambian ko le la ko.
But I disagree with you on that, because I remember you said this ko ne aje boto doy itata NCP because what time NCP le sutiata nunka jawara bond, right? Even though you believe in the doy ideology, again in 2020 when you were leaving NPP, you believe ko UDP the sutiata ke bondino. Is it because of ideology, or you just want to be part of the winning team? Because that is important. Because sometimes somebody can be famous and can be good and can win, but they are not the best for the country. So Nico means sutiata ke bondino. Not then it's like you just want to be part of the winning team. Sometimes you know what the programs they are selling I see Gambia,
exactly.
That is what a lot of Gambians like me want.
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You see, it includes for me nka minje.
Yeah.
Niaje obekenola. Because either of these parties.
Yeah.
Ikela programs le wafe mulma.
Yeah.
Ola nankafo ni be political kono you want change and everything. Ikake mulle la ko kama. Ni ba kala mulle ko kama. Ibe kumala mole program la mimbebulu. Gambian ko jamaaye UDP la program le wa sang. Wala atna ye support soto.
Okay.
UDP le jarte.
Okay.
Ya jako UDP le si mano da jindino ye. Tumando UDP le si jahali pachar revive no. Ya jako UDP le si banko mol keno clinty. Moli ya sonko mbemo Gambian ko leta kana tundato. Ay.
Yeah.
maybe yaje ko UDP le si funding kewol si fanjeno UDP man sakunda le kono maybe yaje ko UDP le se banko wafino banta because banko te tarano la surrounding inim banta la banko mol la tara nyobulo amam based on equality and mutual respect you see so UDP ye nyim party dol out number wala nyama you know and then go for now ideology UDP have won all these parties on those lines. You understand? So now be wonyama, it's all not over. Yeah, in as much as you okay that doesn't mean you are closing your door to other people with their ideas.
Yeah.
You would always invite other people with their ideas. Ina ya kafui kang, do kweke.
Yeah.
But the changing effect, majority ole sakeno. You understand? Ni changing nata, then do ko tamandinya ufanama fansung do ko ha.
And do you believe that UDP la majority?
Of course.
UDP we can la majority nyadi le kato bi. Ni aje bi mbina electional basis kabrale selection altata electional la puro ala flag biya. The aftermath of that being ojele. The entire campaign team of the presidential candidate minu ya samba 2021 danaka ibeletar danaka the organizing secretary who is also the sitting mayor of Kanefe, the deputy organizing secretary who went, I think he joined the UDP when he was 14, 16, Ibrahim Diba.
Right.
Moma mira usen daw fong ya fola konen Ibrahim Diba lembula. Woso ko ate bolambala juna. Nimbo se de kan lembula woso te bolambala juna. Ibrahim Diba has left. The administrative secretary for media has left. The campaign manager Karafa, if I'm not wrong, since 1996, even in opposition to about UDP, he was the one who led the campaign of President Adama Barrow, Fakita President. So he did a successful campaign in 2016, and he won that. He has also left. His deputy, I think one Mr. Lopi, who also I saw in his resignation, 1996 Labije. A lot of people left the party, and these are not just ordinary party members. We have seen people in the regions also joining.
Right.
So how can you look at me today and tell me, you are still the majority?
No, with due respect to all those people who left.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the party.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are part of the party.
I'm just coming.
Okay.
I'm UDP level.
Thank you, Babukar, for sending us stars. We appreciate, and all of you who are sending stars. Thank you. Because thank you for sending us stars. Go ahead. Yeah.
Me UDP level, me patiola foka. And ni be patiola warofola. Ika jamale fo. Ika more jama minka support and you are trying to name individuals ebe more kilin foka and all more let me along they are product of that jama kafo you understand they representing that fenko so hani tata controller of people me along ilafta ki name jang maybe ibe min ya tela je maybe on Saturday ibe mol mil jela mil along ko ibota other parties they want to join the party but they want to make sure they join the welcoming first of Baba. And then allegiance show, when you mold me along but I outnumber many times. You understand that?
I want to pitch in there.
Yeah.
I mean, now we're talking about the sitting mayor of KMC.
Right.
He has a lot of star power. We all agree.
Yeah,
he brings a lot of star power to the party.
Very well.
At the mayoral election, I mean Soto. A lot of the presidential candidate Masoto in the entire country, I mean Soto in Ala region.
Votes.
Ala votes. He has how many thousand votes? 50-something thousand, I think, in KMC alone. Some candidates, me along run the presidential candidate, dole 15,000, dole 12,000, dole Jana. I think apart from the president and in Dabo and in Mama Kande, all other people, I mean Soto, all over the country. I think Mr. KMC the Mawal most of them. So he brings a lot of star power. That is the truth. And I know, yes, he's an individual, but he brings a lot of star power to the politics. So he also has supporters.
Of course.
And you know,
of course.
He's not an individual.
Yeah.
He's not an individual.
No,
and he was your organizing secretary.
Oh,
I mean grassroots organization. Grassroots organization.
You know, you talking of a candidate who came to the mayoral seat, and then you forgot to mention that, you know, when he was coming, there were other parties and other Fankol, and he could have been an independent.
But he went under the UDP. That is true.
You know, probably there are a lot of reasons for that. You understand?
Modoka remind, all of them were UDP. Okay.
You know,
agree.
Reasons. You understand? For Manneh UDP chose. And then he contested on a UDP ticket.
That's
and then
true.
When that happens, UDP goes, you know, A to Z to make sure any candidate
that they put together,
Ganyende. Ning atara support lom, trying to talk to people, you know, trying to put in finance and everything, you know, waka kijele. So in as much as we want candidates milia lonko, ibelola nye, de fenkela, bari patio fana lo nya, counter bakele, mol manyana ka o bondi kuol kono. You understand?
Allah mola ito lubuka candidate jubi, ito ka box order ne jubi.
Mo jama jubi.
Ito lubuka candidate ko jubi. Mo mala ka ni yan na mung kolon do. Ndo ka fa kolon. Ndo mo ka jubi juma.
You know, so sometimes ni ko be patio ni na ko downplay la. Ika mistake le because ni ajibe, you know, kabiri won 9 deputy million ko they all won massively. You know, when they left, you know, shortly, then we went to elections. They all lose. You know,
except one.
So near Jube or Pationing, Mole Catefa Wole, you know, Molka Catefa Wole.
Okay.
In as much as definitely candidate of Anala, Franco Cataraji, but Pationing Kadoko back.
Okay. So I come to Kotonula movement or Womatol, a tiny woman UDP Gijan. Imamira.
Kaji Yandi.
Kapatio Gijan, the Monday.
Yal Minkake,
Katutalon for
Minkake. Yalong hani korda kono hani korda kono ni korda tiyo biye ni la muso na dingolu dinlulu, you know, ni kilimbanta talale you know, bari butung atatina la le jikilate fali dankene abalia. You know, so definitely bawo sawoni ndino ontelle be kuo kono ngatara kuol kono bari butung nyama nake wonyama, you know, molmi ye political understand ya lon ne ko political ni wonatale molmi ye UDP la history fana understand ya lon ne ko wol dol mu kulete mil ya lon ko ikakele ine ketale, and then we get over them. Imagine an example of those National Assembly members, mil ya lon ko people voted for them, and it's not only one, you know, but up to 8, 9, you know, then they left, and then we move on, and then we are going, you know. So definitely atin diati pour nyeke, but naketa will take it in good faith, and then the house put in order, you know, and then we try to move. Imagine, you know, today, you know, I'm sitting, you know, on the seat.
It was occupied by one of them.
Somebody who left, and you know, I think I will be able to deliver.
And trying to put your house together, alle election, okay, alle position will be filled. It looks like you guys are working to move past this and continue building on Allah party. Now alle presidential candidates totally 1 year 4 months ahead of election. I'm not sure, but this time at least it gives you more time to prepare for the election. Now, as the new campaign manager, what are you going to do differently? You have the same candidate for the past 5 elections, Nyanko Patio Tatala, right? Apart from Adama Barrow. At the Tata elections 5 times. This is the 6th time. How are you going to sell him differently to attract more people, especially independent? Alla base wobuka move. UDP la co-supporter. Wobuka tadulat. Wolu Baba Dorong. Those people will vote. But I think the biggest challenge for the party is to attract the independent voters, because So there's a chunk of Gambians, me along mang affiliate any party. And this is where everybody is going to try to grab. UDP will grab towards them for the 2026 elections.
Yeah, follow mimbe mira la kuokono. Wolom follow mbe follow la daming wolom ye mold me for ye base me for me alanko de just barbarek.
Yeah.
Somebody may ask why people think barbarek? Why people think barbarek?
I keep asking that question. Why?
Why?
Yeah.
You know, ni wofana mala fansung isa analyze no nyado nyama. Because you know mo ka jarile. Adu mol ka jale ko jartale. Kula. Pour ka alondi kuto. Probably I was sort of wala na mol bije million ko. And wol million mutako baba drong. Inyama ma.
Yeah.
You know, and they have their good reasons for that. That's one aspect. But the second aspect is, you know, we are going to, because ngamira mol ka je confused le. I don't think we are going to sell baba, you know, I think we have a program.
You have a program.
We have a program to sell to Gambian people.
Okay.
You know, we have a reminder to tell Gambian people the condition of the country.
Yeah.
Bankola situation of Benyaming. Bankola economy Benyaming.
Yeah.
Socially Benyaming. Horomantaya nunkulu la tala banko kan mimbe jang. Purunte wante babala do kote. You know, womum fon la do kote. Adu ngaminje wolomyente governance can contribute into that. You know, kudo biye ni because you know ni maralo maralo bukan nukuno maralo be ke kan nyama bukan nukuno governance be nyaming man sakunda be ta kan nyaming minister sol la movement director sol la movement president la executive exercise anana mol abukan nukum ning atara mol ya long milie kije ya albula do ko minna imaje ko alba tamandikan ibaje ko alba tamandikan otherwise ika diminna min soto ika kamfa soto and because you are the executive alka wo suppress ibuka kunoje aka kamfa min du ikono you know aka tinale you know they want to protest. They want to protest. You understand? But akatinda mol kaje ko tonya niu falindiro keta. Mol nata miya lonko ngajiki ko ite mira la wonyama. Ibe malla ko do lale. Tumando falingo sike. You understand? Andu wobina nyadi le milia lonko ibe la filin katara woto. Ibe wo programme le wafla wolle. Ibe wole itandi la molla. Yeah. Because the president wona la mol kami itandi wala minte ko. Isi kurango dino banko bela. Isi silol dino banko bela. Bari ni ajube president na la mol wol manki contractor. E ka contractor le soto milka wodo ko. But ni mol yaje contract ko ka di nyaadi le. Adun ko do min ka dépense o mambo president la poso kono. Banko mol la nam ko do lam. Yeah. You understand le. Akatanya min ka jele ko kickback ka di mola mi yalon ko amanya na ka di wala ni mol ka wol be sute ko kono. E ka demin na soto le. Andi kaje ko maral kurunyin wala atina wol dol bakake. Yeah. You know, mol min manjari palaso min na ni ekije just because imo political ye support le politically. Ni moli wo beje mol kala file falendiro yeke. So those are wolum isuti mi alon ko mba fola banko moli pour ya understand.
But
UDP
in 2021 had one of the best programs in a 5-point agenda. Right. I remember because they did a lot of programs here, right? In a campaign recording Soljama Bali Akejane. I think it was one of the most programs ngami read. Right. No sort of programs and agenda. Right. UDP the program was clear. Ya market le, ya wafi bankudingo le amoy. You know, when it comes to UDP la branding in 2021, I don't even know whether you guys can do anything above that. Right. It was amazing. Right. In 2021, you had a good mobilization. Allah molu fengo kada. And in 2021 already, baro 5 years kinyi banko kane. Gambian jama believe taleko, including myself. you know, Banko Katanu Silomina was not the right way. A lot of people believe that. But people still voted for him in 2021. That's why I ask, album make it differently, because album for no program or 2021. Album for mobilization or album for branding la. And the country was not in the right direction. But this man still won the election with 50-something%. Now, what are you guys going to do differently with in 2026? Because program wo kan ya lan call for parti mi na karana siata nyimban koga nalman ke kilint alman tambi fulala wo balbul bari wo matina ale in 2021. So what are you going to do differently as the campaign team?
Yeah, long not much different.
Okay.
Because ngamin wafu no 2021.
Yeah.
Otonya ya tale du otonya kilin wala bijang min bije drong e ka min folon dum e ka so force no kata daloto eta force no la prime.
Okay.
You know, min bije we sell our agendas to the people. It's the people.
Yeah. Who choose?
Yeah.
Okay.
At some point 2021 maybe nga branding kele nga kolbe kele but hanbi mola jero man futa kolto.
Okay.
Asikeno na jikoto from 2021 in Saintema mol nata kol dol jele
kolege na fata
ha membe kol falina. You know, so wole bije for me it's not just a matter because we don't want to force our way in. We want to make sure coming useno kamem for inte sauna furela purkata aman jarinya wala you know abe nyaming ning atara ka fuko mansa yata molla muto dam malum. I think he got it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So with them malam ala contribution mi along ko ala takela collectively with the people.
Yeah.
Kaje ko banko etara at a level what cannot be done ning atara imam maraloso. With them malam. Para manke ko president ya la for them malam. You understand? So we still gonna talk to the people, and then what we believe is you know mo jama boyta cool korosila la mol boyta cool jelale. Dia mol mil be fota ye and ya jele ko amang tonya ya. You know there was a time. You know, there are people me along ko ye ol dol nene min na wala min tik oh UDP mo maninka party olat.
Yeah.
You know, so CEO dol yaje you know fahambali ya mi ye o modol soto mili along ko they want to believe in that for ye UDP bale carte wala to mando wo filo be bolale because a man tonya ya you know so andu wotat na la nganna cool falling because that's not the truth.
Yeah.
You understand? You know, niko molengo atil bunde ni na ni UDP na luntongal BBC mol be yaje ko man tonya ya.
Yeah.
You know luntongal bi janne mol yalon ko Gambia ka jama be bantala lunta yala bi UDP ka depenso min soto Gambian kol bulu mi yalon ko be lunta yala banta wala siata Gambian kol mil bi jang oto UDP ye luntangol hormale ye bunya andu lafta e tara jang. You understand? Na tare be tarla banko la sartol kono and everything. So pour ka fako ni UDP mansa kunda na tabe luntangol bale yalla mo tonya ya adu luntan jama fana baje kanne andu yalon ne ko wote kenal tonya bari tel fana bi jang julayal minna ni kol milla ko be levulo min to bi ayila julayal affect nyaming ando ayila moyal affect nyami ifana yo jele andu ifana buta banko dole to mi yalon ko mara lolo ka kije andu yalon ko maral kurun na keta je aka tinyaro min oto ya sutele ko maral kurun na keta jang tinyaro be kelale so obviously isi sutero kenole ko batu nganyil tuje bang ye falindiro ke tumando bang ko sifisia
Okay.
You know so ngawoji ko le soto ko mol imam min ta kunu for whatever reason be ibatala that's it. It's left for the people. It's the people milsi falindiro keno
baroko 2026 ako sa la pinya ko ako sa ko sayo afama ko korra sa wala ako dawo ya bije dawo bije tal ya bije ako sa ne pati fo be farra ako sila nyin silo ako 78 70 something percent lefo bari Ibrahim sila ko hani wo realistic Ibrahim ko 37 and I agree with Ibrahim next president tambila 40%. I cannot believe that baro 70 something percent
yaje you know I think na campaigno abe wo tala pour ka diamu moliye pour ka itandi ko politiko manke nyo ketoti manyanaka is so disrespecting pour ebenyi ndiro la molmil bulu pour ilana fulo isa mara adiati tele nyamin ni asoto foka pare ikana si ikawol mutako wol nyanta ngunu male kotole ika kumol fo e mi yalon ko tonya aman tonya I camera is just a child play ngamira nyanta transition la wala le andu ngamira na campaigno be wo bulo tala le pour ka diamu moliye fanje you know coming halifa ka mimfo mo nyanta ya long imu minti ni alo mu minti otol mu itamu minti ka long
power belongs to the people
ni mu minti ni ya long itamu minti ya long ita sonna modo yena mimmu itate ayata ataytara dunia arjana kono itaytara dunia jahannaba kono that is what is happening Gambian ko jama malo mu minti as the people who are responsible of electing leaders and then they should be accountable to them imalong so inyanta wolonnale ngamira halifa be wulale nay do ko ke kamollonde wala because ite ko kumasila ko mimbe kumarin ko ten kamol faham yande ke yeke molti ye backseat we would work together ka make sure kamollondi isaje molta mo minti salon isaje be mol mil tom nay be kala je wol ballon nako million kije wollo mariolti
tonya
wala dasata lonna mol ka miray ka motom bon yaki je faka pare rek de commencer man safele man tonya ya mol dasata lonna le itel muminti wala ne tamu minti malong sembo mim muy tati malong adu nyanta wala kela halifa nyol la lodu la mu nyelti bawo bring 86 e be nyine advocate kan adu ngaje ko mol mim kon tel nga wollon ne nga wotale adu mo jama and they will not take back seat they would come nga do ko ke together nga Gambian call londe because they have sacrificed a lot
for this
country gang banko mol londe nim together nga Gambian call londe because they have sacrificed a lot
for this
country gang banko mol londe nim futata to a level that will be deteriorate kan mol mi yalan koy mam faham ibe mol la wo faham baliya tala as an advantage ibe kala joran kensangoti can you imagine musol mil yalon ko bulate no ma wol ko en ko ila silol mil kata ila farol to amandoku ila farol man level amandoku ye promise kense wala ye but for election o bina ke ka kalerol ning sirangol sambay ka dile ka fa nalbe teglala al si tabiro ke wala ibe taru kalero min dile la mano la nyanta ke je tulo la nyanta ke je wo be sanna dépense min nay ma o man soto yalon ko wo nyoketolti yo fonsi wo itande molla yo long and this is the difference that we are going to work on as a team, a Gambian team for that matter, not only a UDP team.
If you say as a Gambian team, are you looking at a coalition?
Of course. Collective work.
Eko atol sonna coalition olade.
Jamaleo.
Eko UDP. Eko nin coalition watu atol ka fole nin tol mal lit coalition to seto.
UDP nena mambalang coalition.
Okay.
UDP nena mambalang coalition. But in coming for, wala mnyinte. Not mba lola wato men nga mim fo wala nyinte ko mbe leader tombon the first step me mentala wala executive soul be sila at that executive table ya jube true consensus ya d'accord mo kelina ya to ni d'accord tamen na wala be
tawo okay
ayatina ntel be hani pati ndim mim ko ndam in as much as ntel nga fo le konte nyaton kaya nyinna bari pati ndimming bokon dam at that table nga feel ko ni UDP be kanyanta symbol ba wolon the agreement be de kanyanta kan wala jele moro nin tata wala yekol jube UDP yamin doku pour ye support soto mi yalon ko ma support lam ko ning atram tel beta tam fawe ntel tahani tel jela just because they just want to be accommodating kanam being a si ngaje ko be kanyantale moro mola judiala UDP men doku fo yo support soto lafta banko mo nyanta wo judi lelal ndinga mutako nin sontanum fanko at that time no, we don't even have to go into that consensus building of who will be the flag bearer. Let us look at things. What UDP have endured, and they are Gambian people. And if we go with them, we know. Me Halifa, me I know Useno. Useno tented twist Latin Fenkela. If we go together and everything, Medoko Kelale. And Unko Benyamin, let's put up Useno, we go. I think I know it on 2010. Was it 2007? Jame would not have been here at that time. So what at Ere Roti. You understand? mi ya lon ko mbe ngam fanjele ko mbe mum fanson patiolati alfikatende ni la jamaa ya la taw nakari ala adu mo manya ka
hale wote nakarno
manya ka okay ni okay be tinyaro la kala moye min soto adiala
so come to 2026 alwe parerin ka fall nothing together.
Oh yeah. Wo mun tef ko la ko yalo I'm just being made the campaign manager. Wo mun ko la mirol and everything. Ngalon ko patio la mol miliana ko la think tank and stuff. Wo better la ko because inene mang balang wala.
So ndia mi
bara abe kala nyaari le nanga tonya fo nyoye. 2016 coming together wale falonke. But in as much as if we come together, the parties would be there, they would be players, but the candidate would go independent.
Yeah, I think that
in as much as we say that, Moro, UDP la ke party bati, wale atne la candidate
a
winter, no ante, mo jumali be Halifa Sallah jela. Ye Adama Baroje ye kate fay Adama Baroje.
Ole mol jahal.
You know wala UDP la jamalam ila siyalam. Yo woto wo jamani siya ni ko be wo downplay la be wo bayla.
Ito downplay no.
I mean ati tonya ya no la. Adu mini ya lonko ye wo jama sabu. Ite mi mira, ite ka ideology mi fekoto I wol mo mira. Bari banku di wollam. Ni to ko wala level ite be wole underrate la. You know, it ka kulje nyaming as an ideologist and everything. It be cool level la. Ini la cool be fola nyoko. Adu ni la cool foto nyoko. Allah min altaso.
But 2016 niya coalition usututa no. Banko koleatal no. Mol fata, dol disappearta, mol kidnapta, kolea warta bankoka. Because atata le fo international community ye bulung ta jama bake. Banko ye bulung ta. Taiwan la manin China nyol nin bini silo nin China be diare sila do nin Taiwan le be diare wolle be mako kano. A lot of the international partners ye kodi kolea warta no mole aje ko banko dingol nata nyola. Bari ni silo inga mo mol ka coalition on nyanta sura so mune kolea ta banko ka mune why do we need a coalition to unseat President Adama Barrow? Because Tonya I will not say he is the most democratic. I will not say that. But he's not like Jame. Mamo e mol fata dame. Mamo e mol kidnapta. Tonya la ka journalist ol sule, wakete janne. Tonya lom, you know, I journalist ol call out, including myself and Impa Modu. Tonya lom kudol fanan kete janne. Bari, amang futa jammela karola de. Mo fa manke de, mo man kidnap de. But why do you think the Gambians need a coalition to remove President Adama?
Yeah, in fact, mo be ni imam kutolom. Mol hani kunsal mo fula min bota bakilim fakiling bi bota kono kile ko ne. Ibeni jikol ni fakula. Adu ni ko mol kulubali ata karin ka nyun be mo kulubalol te bari la kulubali anyal fana ka fatale. Ayo maralol fatatale. Maralol fatatale. You know, jameni nyin na marol. But it's not all about ko ya fo sojarul letata o jongla sol letata ye momuta ya faaje and everything. You understand? No, that's not it. You know, jongla sol ni la wona la kol be mo wuli jamal le benyim banko kam mi ya lon koy mo kala muta because jongla ne me break jongla ne they were doing their things. Probably me ya lon ko you go against the regime or the presidency and if ko ye I tumando e kata wolle no. Yo bari ning atara ko keta nyame mi ya lon ko banko la economy falter. Only today I went ko lafta bota isla you know from the shop
mo do fela nyilin ka ko nyafato ila cash power to yale nga complain wo jala every day sai fo ngamre ala fal ko te kente malo amari ko do ko nya cash power do ko nya audit report but ndela tetele afanya munatin why I'm not the one to answer the question. It's for you to tell me why. Exactly. You know fenko that but I will go na you know kufati yo ko nyako anyway $90 Islam for one Fenko ba but 75 jo ba be fulala sankan. Can you imagine? Ebe Fenko nyama. You know akonye sefa sanya abe you know I mean banko la economy be abe drop kan you know coming for banko be abe Kenya minto ama mol nyabo baluwo be koleyarin ne you know jaralo be koleyarin ne jaral bundal mang equip Mulia expect nyame from 2016 to now. Amantara wanyama. You know, karam mantara leveling. You know,
you know, mol mantara karankan sign ka result ol bonde. Look, ila mol ibota fala. In private school, la results are far more than public schools.
Yeah.
Adun tel kon na flo nyanta dun na public school leto. Ye equip molita je ye karang ye good results. How much are people paying at those private schools? That's not our ways. Adun maralola ka sabu. So things of that nature, you know, wole yati na mol ya waran, mol ka waran ko banko nyanta falin na le. Transportation, tanin na paso da koleata. You know. So a lot of things mili along ko it's
not
abe tablo kang purkaje ko banko abe koleare ne. You know. Mol membe moto borin la ulung every day ni tate ko ngo esanso dala fatal zinga. Gaswelo dala fatal.
Yeah.
You know.
Comment so kono den kam be moy
audit report.
Yeah.
Fana yemin yitandi. Moro aning kol min na tama o kokono. Akija foro wartal ko. You know. So it's so sad. You know. So for me, the better this man goes down, he leaves, you know, the better for him and the better for the country.
Why is it better for him?
Because
if he stays as president, better for him and his family.
And if he stays as president,
yeah,
you know, he cannot be there forever.
Yeah.
But the more akataraje, the more destruction kake more. Audit report will be funte kan ko nyal milketa. Will dol fa manke before 2021.
Yeah.
For 2021 kana whole milketa will be fuma kan nasan.
Yeah, you audit report of 21, 22, 23 long.
Exactly.
24 and 25 months 24.
2020 before 20 natara mantara nunji nyindol tinala adu nyilbita kan nyaming. Nyiltema bonola they cannot be under the carpet. Andu ibita hontlale. So if he wants to stay more destruction will happen. More people will be there, you know, ka ketu. More people will be there, ka itandala ko mbe fele drong, banko sike nyao nya danko to itel min sotola. But whatela banna, at the end of the day, he would be accountable.
Yeah.
You understand? And we be accountable la ko mina na siata. Amanang kung kana koleale. You know? So the better yebuje yuna isaje mintinyata na mangfenke mo saju bebe wo regle la nyaming. You know?
But silang niaje mol fong niaje mol ko constitution de da bayri nte ni mbonyol man la fita tam kola nte wala na nga fojane openly nte president baronte ninte da mala manya na ron la fa ala pati ya jube jumala se nono NP mu parties anu alfa jamal lebji mo kile na lo as a country. The reason why following 2026 is because more believe that like one person yeah and entrenched in the power and then nin sonta president barota meta two term then we are slightly going back to that because we didn't want that. Mansakunda mu continuity let. If NPP won their party, Baroko at after 100 years, ala party etara Mansakunda is possible. Bari not 100 years long. Not a sign of term fulake. I bo ye do fane na we term fulake do fane na term fulake wolam democracy. Hanna ta televintan bankudin jama ba lafta wala. Bari 20 Tonyal mbe agreed ko first draft constitution o kabranata. Baro mo mini alon ko wolle baro support wolle afay bari ko ni last one min nata even though ntol be agree ko baro la draft lom barato la UDP député le fana ya fay banta say baro tata mandate mantara muta aser na lafta iron for 10 times as long as man constitution kuto so fe maba right but even though we want to remind people 2 years ago Gambia was part of the countries that signed to the AU ECOWAS declaration ko banko manya tamila 2 term and Gambia signed it. Being a ngamra Togo in Senegal don't masano. Gambia ya signed. So we are bounded by that, even though the constitution but we are bounded by that. But in the Bangkok and 2 term months ago. And the new constitution of Barominat and 2 term back on it. But it can't all more a 5 band.
But along it's not all about a term. Ni na deputy soto nun jang tumando isi woku kachano.
Ni akachara sinya jamade. But nene muka da korje.
It's not all about term. You know, there are a lot of things that are embedded in that constitution.
That's true.
Min tinyaro sembo wata more than ka for 2 term dama. You understand?
Yeah.
And dung ajata nyaming ning atara pasta just because ka for 2 term bigele. When do that 2 term starts? One thing let.
Yeah.
You understand? But then na pasta fana. Wo call me baby je. Mimbe banko city la. Aka banko la economy city. How many ka wolle pass? You understand? Ni ajube muna na wobe soto la fang in the first place. Mbe d'accord ta constitution minna. Adu mbe ko banko mol le nyante la input kala je pour ka constitution de londe. Independent. Mbe son to ka independent mol to monta milia lonko e banko mol engage. Ye la miro ka ko kono fo constitution lota fa jeta. Atel be o fayla dalila jamana kan. Alkana donata alkata wota alka kuma ko nakado la faje. You know, wala manyana kake in the first place. You see, for jealousy jube. So it's not all about the time. Foka parate nyanta banko mo nyintuta banko mo level. You know, because ate excuse me for some time ago ngamo ya be diamola. Msafon at some point lafta jilale, but ngami jube na patio is too young.
It's too young to know.
Yalongo for me that's an insult to the party and yourself.
Bari yalong ba wala nyama de ni di mo susunde yaje ko mom bosunjola mom bambam fula singol mom bambam asingol be fenkerin demande amal loko babu ka dingo bulo nyama itako ka fule mbatu nga susunde fay loko fo babu ka wala nya patio ni is young
but patio manke mo kilim fenti ni be patio lola patio mo institution lati patio mo ke manke mo kun kilim fenti biringa lota drong ye mol soto million ko be marlala ye sector sol soto danga banta all institutional. You understand? You know, ita manyana ka fuko bawo afinkata this year, fonsitara je. Kamata ko modo tatar no la je men se patio nocho. Patio mi yalon ko atele man sakunda law. With all the people here feel ko world they are capable be patio kono. Modo wo fana ke jaw yatal. So ita betar la jele edim patio eta because it's not all about your party.
Yeah.
Molbe bankole fokan not your party. Iyante jele jubel. Ni te ko be concentrate la patio le kan na patio e bugo na ko rem. Even mol la miro be fola nyokole. You understand?
Yeah.
Adu yanta silala wala mol la miro nini wo fota nyoko. Ni mol natana sembo soto over you. Ila party yo be falale. You know? Mol la miro yaya ni mol la miro la fota nyoko. Wala atina amaje the writings on the wall amaje. Imaje kagara impact men soto party yo. And it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
You know, because APRC, mo party baltiko. APRC nata watu minna. Ayatara le tonya Gambian kolbe la firim falingula. In as much as there are people million ko mala falingula kudeta kwala. Bari be la firim falingula le.
Yeah.
Kabra nata wala na Gambian jamaya embrace. Andu Gambia fa jamala ile input kije pour patio nyi law. Patio nyi nata mansa kunda for 22 years. O manke 22 days ko. 22 years patio mimbe lowering abe structuring. Abe mol nafakan alamansa kuda abe duko abe fenkering. You cannot wipe that out easily. You understand? So ala mol million ko they supported, wala input in bankola ko akumata. Wala na sometimes I disagree with people. Milka pationing eka pationing neng all the time because it's not that ka fuko nga patio support damma o make mo jawte ko ite kabiribe pationing te yemine bara as an individual minnin luwa manta
wala kumata
min mutinyarote wala mkoti
wala kumata
so obviously there are a lot of people million ko they were APRC we wanted them.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people million ko be NPPB million ko be tel opposition we wanted them to come.
Okay.
Mansula milla tumando wala minti momi ya lonko be patioto adu ibe kuke ka min luwalin sartol manta adu luwa be sulari la pour ka wol dol seneyandi tumando tela ko mosi wo check domande but as a citizen but your party diate bankola sartol ko etaraje wonte tanati ibe mine barala wo patio kono
wala kumata. Now I want to say this though, I think UDP have made a very good decision in choosing somebody from West Coast because Dolan Powerhouse. Dolan Powerhouse. How many thousand votes? We have over 40% of the votes. Right? So the campaign manager is from West Coast, and that is your base. And I think nka fole watu wati amanke UDP da me political ikakale nyina West Coast nkol. Ikakale nyina West Coast nkol and Dolan Powerhouse. West Coast, that's where the power resides. Momo West Coast to massively you should be able to win. 2021, President Barrow win in West Coast.
Of course.
So that is the powerhouse. And you are from there.
Absolutely.
How do you plan to bring the people of West Coast? How do you hope to bring them to reinforce and re-energize them to Ibedame?
Yalo yemi mfo. Powerhouse West Coast la lodula ya fole so mo jati ko mo manya na kanyina jela. Bal muna na mo kanyina jela. Ni nyina ta jela. Jebe nyina lela le. You know, and ala waro yatina le mol bi jemili yalan ko there are a lot of critical minded people.
Yeah.
Kana mutako West Coast la mobe siari nyaming, they're all dumb.
No.
Kana mutako hani ko oh itelam. So that's all. They are blind to whatever you are doing, not a negative. No. They are very critical people.
Yeah.
So foisi song walela. Ini ye dialogue ila nyanto momenti ya itandi yake. Itel fonaye means to ila famim fule ya foe. But if you want to see them ko they should only follow you. Ke nene ke ketu. Allah nying buren diwul ni fankola ibe mistake ko kelale adu ni wo keta drong ni ta ko woto batu ngang nyasa bat ibe fanjelale ibe lole lodu lale jama wole ka ni nyato ka jama soto andu ngamera wole baro fana soto West Coast la ko wala amira ko mantara la ko to you know adu na jawo nyama and wol fana be fanjelale banko dingol lam and we are happy to be part of people milia lonko ila kuningo be futakan that level to ko ya feel ko nitel kam mansa sindi mansa janti la moy letel la ni me la moy ibe londil ibe la bouton lola you know so that's it so min bije nitel wuluta wala kono kuluta wala kono andon na politiko mbata man ne kan wala kono and then that's what we are going to tell people. You know, if we are the kingmakers, let make kings and let the kings know that we make them.
Yes.
And at any point, you know, we can pull them.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you. Now, before I go to our celebration, because one of the final questions, Baba Canal, Baba Canal 25th. But before that, you know, a lot of people believe UDP is always a stepping stone for people. For example, we have seen people ni na UDP to. Yalong alam mo celebration ni mo na ka celebrate. Imam ini mo se kile na fu America na nyo pat. Min bibia na ta join te kan. E ko sikan ni buka sikan ni min ka ro wala babat. E buka mo sutan di babat. Bal na man ke babat. E be sikan da fu baba bala. E celebrate. And then they celebrate you that. They give you this national prominence. They give you all this power and then all of a sudden Amari move to NPP or something. Because NPP though, had you money for President Baroma, ni sula tela. They work so hard. I know people, Musa, they like to. You can you want me for carrying nati Musa Dram and other the people and NPP. Wolman doku so to poach people that are in position, especially UDP, to make the UDP look weak. And now you are a campaign manager. You are going to have a lot of those approaches, especially you have a relationship with the president, especially the president is your friend. Now you are the campaign manager of the UDP going into 2026. Can you tell us, here against whatever time, would you ever consider going to the NPP?
I don't know how can that be possible.
Well, we have seen that with people.
What to look for what?
Jobs.
Didn't I say I left the place when every door was open?
Okay.
I didn't fight with him. I didn't fight with nobody. Ni moma song, ni moma nkele. I left based on principle.
Okay.
I left because I still believe. I believed then and I still believe he will not have a happy ending and I don't want to be part of that.
So you're never going back?
It can't happen.
It's not possible.
It can't happen.
Okay.
It can't happen.
It can happen. So UDP is the home.
Yeah.
UDP is 25th Saturday. What is happening? No flag.
Understand.
I think I'll be logging out on Facebook 25th.
Understand.
Because my entire timeline is yellow covering sign.
When I hear certain people saying suñ fi waxee ñu ne paa bi dañ ko war a delloo njugal dañ ko war a jël waaye lan la fi paa bi def loo xam ne dañ ko war a jugal ni ici yow xamuloo luy njugal
lan mooy njugal kon
yàlla moro ni aje hani alaka fu moliye sali kilama ay mankuto min prepare alale adu ning atarantel nyanta balulale ko ala laftala nyamin anung ay kila na fe pour wala nga balu wala examples la woto nyantalo nal ko katentu roke o mu wargalolti what you should question is ebe mo tontula based on what ebe jile jubela to yalla ndeka min fo mole even one thing because it comes in my mind all the time if I look at this old man ninga je jube coming from mole when I look at because in as much as I saw it happen but when the video that was circulated when Solo Sandeng was murdered and then the information came to Useno that Solo have been murdered Useno ya lonne kotonya Solo fatale and I alone na fata nyami I alone dalilo me yat na yafa Useno made a decision to go out to protest without permission and he knows he will be faced with resistance. He knows he could be killed because he knows ko abita mol mil mitla. These are the same people who murdered Solo. Be Solo for an example, but Janin Solo kafa safar Jamal leketa ay mil dia ay mil dongana. But I'm for as an example. But look at our statement about Fokan Wato Minna. Now, all the assistants of the party, all the younger ones, funding Kewulu, Nimul Bafla, Nimu Kebalati, Kebami Yalokai, Higma Sotoko, funding Kewul Yanta protect Lale. Funding Kewul, Alum funding Kewule Fata, Alum funding Ke, Allah funding Kenya Tonko, Yole Fa. And no atele nyanta kala multimillion alon ko nyanta kamfala le funti ka protest bare hani situation be nyamin let me be the sacrificial lamb for you isa jal salfan soto ala mol nyanta jele jubel I will go out adu batu nga jube ntel alfal ntel minga na dunia ke fom pareta batu ntel nga funti bang ngata adu mbita min diman la wolam to nyati drong Solo min fata man fa nin tilingola bari na fata wo nyama fana hadama dingolo molom ala fredin na ngana jibe bina bade la nyame atele tujang ni entel fa atel si patio balondi ali banko saf
and walaket ime fa bari yesoro
that's it
and will have change you can never forget that
momi ye woke when he was in prison within few months, you would definitely know he was dying. All of them were dying. When Usenu was saying this, you think he was playing drama?
No.
You think Usenu didn't know that he was going to face probably his death? That sacrifice for nothing but country. People want to downplay that. Nimolbe jejube kang ala kuala and they feel he can still do things. People are saying, lunko dole injukal. Mo nyanta ufang folale. Yalo ntel nyanta do komin ke la siata le. Mo la miro. Purka kuluo soto. Alfamu bu nyata leti. Mo la ju nyanta dilala le. Nyanta wo be di dalale. Until la politiko man na drong ordinary kanyo kastigi drong ka kuma hani until la politiko fali na wala sidi aka mimfo wolam politiko mu banku di daleti adu banku di danyanta sabar lale adu sabar lalo moti mi yalon ko akala hakilo tamandi aka kuolwe to nyakan oto nimbe dunna politiko kono fonsi ke o mosi falti. So these are things. Fancy political a coup. More can I see kafa political mudunia kuleti. If why political rek? Why political rek? Ibe kuria kele ibe tonya bali fo bali ya fola. They kafa why political. So why politic moi fen rek? Koman tonya ya. politique mooy defar réew politicians ñooy ilif réew moro ni mol ki je million ko mo kurun lo mo fahambal yalla yeke maralote maral kurun la be kala maral kurun na be banko kan ko kundi be banko ka be kuriyala le ni te koy be la dino kala ti la dino keno la because nyaasuma ya ta keno la dino ka perform no nyaasuma ya la kono kuluro ka keno nyaasuma ya la kono
bari ma mi ko fanan gambienol fane Mr Dabo nte ka fo mo le na ya kono alfalo bari ay min fanan do ko yim banko kan mo ma nyana nakar la mo ta nakar.
That's what I'm talking about.
You don't believe ko fanan ko I mean he served up to vice president mo na tamita wala ko te.
It's not about serving position of office. It's not about that.
No wala bari be min na tra horom wala bi. I with all due respect bari man politician di jam bi min daraja ko Ousainou Darboe minke yim banko kan follow man jawara time lom baake
e kadamin fo ngaji
bari darajo anin bunya anin horomo hani mol minu siyatati e ka fayle baba wallahi politician mo soto nyimba ko wallahi hani mol min siyatati e ka fayle baba temman tuje I think Gambians also gave him a lot because hani mol minu hani tefa manjol mama nyol be ka fayle baba wallahi ni alon ko fa dol bi fa wala siyatati e ka fayle baba horomo nin bunya hani fangon tolla ko ni ay ni Mr Dabo neng mo jima ka kam fay ka on tolla ya ko ni mo alfa bale
wallahi
ika mo mo ko
anyanta kelo
so nan ko you know banko place fongo tasi bari ni a jube politiko kono mo le ya hormale mo le ya buñale andi yalla ndi place tole because I mean so to nyim banko kan mol ke la mo yalla le lungu mina 2021 kabri election o botala ma nya dol ke Mr Dabo la so kono namam fintino ako mole alabula tenum ko do be wol fola bar kabra findita ko fondin kele anim pati support so la tuje molbe jel meta
molbe wato la kolam na nuenta no mba fole nin Ousainou Darboe bita kan tola 2001 2001 na bita kan tola adu to kono otumo July 22nd mulila ila kolbe sangaraling and everything you know ni encounter jama soto and stuff wallahi telefona keta funding kewolti funding kel million ko pareta ko kundinna because tel kamin fo wala nyente ko ning atra funding kewol on the other side ika ta on their own kana alfal meme ke lipa ke barama ake demi woton telefona sa ke no the other side fana pareta wala no adunga attack small attack ndingol soto no on the way presidential tolam usini nyaay wol bejele no bari kabrin tata fum futata sankule konda wutmo sankule konda ba mam bridge follow feri yola biji ay wol be kala mota ngalla jotan walung somanda keta ay am futata badala rek janni feri yokana rek ay mul ko yalon lafta minna nyimbanko loi la bijang anu loi ka tamandi momo ni be bulala noma lafta yebula noma buñani horomo la ngami moyi ngami je man la fikaje momo ndi yalon ko doko be bulu warante bero ya bondi yebbo moto kono ni yalon ko bita wala yemuru
good imitation of him
walung mimbentel bulun ko at some point ko like nyin kamene kite nga small attacks no min soto silo kam mil nang atara mang am no ngam fam fengene dombe no nyil ibe nyaadun nan la bara tuba ka fu
ako ngobelan
mol yego belan mol be
barali wotuje
nyaatuje
so ko fote ni hormolo nga diala ni buñalo nga budiala pe o fen darajo a politician te nyim banko kan mi ya sota mi soto bari what else is left? Must we make him president? That is my question because tonya ni njukalo ngodi ala mo wala fe kon kana di ala bar ngodi ala baban ka kuma ndi wala mbuka hani ka to
for me
what is going to be the last resort
no for me it's not a matter of making him president for me
what is left?
He has a role to play in our democracy system you understand we want a system of government
good
mi ya lonko abe respect for the rule of law sotala ya understand abe constitutional bunyala the judiciary tekela a machinery field mi ya lonko molbe la freka judiciary kabdum pour katake ko di ndawti because amo example was set he was there before nafta wo system wala anu nin lafta wo system wala lafta la through the UDP knowing banko mo sifal million ko Londoning experience ni fahamo min bela ani banko kano min bela million ko be fari UDP kono ko wolsi wo kenole nin atara man sakunda UDP man sakunda lota ate fananya tarla wo konole pour ka role play. Now if you want to bring a UDP government you need to have a political party, UDP political party.
Yes.
And you need to contest elections.
Yeah.
And in contesting elections,
you need a leader.
You have been there with somebody, me alonko, aliya bula minna aba tamandikang. Andu alman sota sotala.
Oh.
Watatala rule ate bo play kantro.
Oh, play ka.
Ning anatake president. Salam.
Salam. Okay.
So it's not a matter of we are fighting tooth and nail to make Ousainou the president. No.
Okay.
For me, Ousainou, like people will say, he's the people's president.
Yes.
Yeah.
Preparation
of me caring for our welcoming.
Preparation.
From Sadauda. Asobi campaign be caring. Hewole be caring. But mo ka bodang tamola binala asobi abanta abuka panno. I mean, for what? Nga dundro ngata airport nga sama soko. That's all.
But it's also developing the economy.
Yeah, will be one part, but I keep Jumala Kola. You know, so he's the people's president.
Yeah,
and that's all.
Yeah. So what do we expect? Wolong 25th asitala sinendinom on Saturday, Bium Thursday, Friday, Saturday, still flat desta. Bium ngaje boat ride le Angleterre and Canary boat. I don't have
Mole Yinkeva Kanubakele. Molia Kanubakele. Yeah. He's so loving. You like him.
Yeah, he's a nice
guy. Mole mean misinterpret. Mole mean misunderstand.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's true.
Mole mean theater. Now look. Somebody who would say, somebody mamari mo flango. Wallam na moldi. Ni wolle botambala mbefenkela.
Yeah.
It will tell you ani wolye relation means soto. The type of person, among fenko soto.
Yeah.
Ki den ko wara delo njukal.
Okay. Atelol ngeen nar. Dengan ko nara delo njukal on the 25th.
Deka bi dañ ko wara delo njukal. Man wax ma UDP sax.
Deka bi.
Okay. UDP mom, ila doku ñolo. He's our mate. He's doing his stuff and everything. I mean, Ousainou doesn't own UDP.
Okay. Yeah, he was invited.
Yeah. Look at the selection. It went at a time, Moduli Yamirako, Yamra ba Mikla.
Yeah, he was very clear.
Amala influence you in any way to do anything. They call him as how they call anybody. They decided time that he should come and answer. They questioned him as how they question everybody.
Yeah.
And then he left. And they do their things.
Yeah.
More lesson tama.
More lesson
tama, Ngaston wala. Bari more son tama nyaonya. Lafta regime ye change isa ye system ye change. Adu nil lafta wala mo jamale nyante da bulala woto. Hani mi mantara la woto yesong. That is the approach we're gonna take. That would answer the question yeming as mol mi manke UDP and the independent minded people animi bantejana mbe wol fenkela nyamin kacha betar la woleto. Mbe mol kachandi la to nyala ye hanning atara e mantara UDP koto ye bankoje ye song ko isi kafuno UDP ma falindiroke ngana jibe mimbe kela because mimbe je mol kanyena minna wala nyente ko ninko falindiro e ninko moy taraje you see you can say ñi ñep ben lañ suñ fa joge su geneen ñëwé tamit the same thing. That's wrong, that's insulting. You see, that's why we have a yardstick. Lolu dañu ne 5 years rek la. Bolé na fal nit 5 years mu nekk fofu.
So la
kontaan naka su dul nonu.
5 years
ngeen gene ko ngeen def. So changing leaders is the normal process. People should understand that. Why should people fear changing? And this is what we are going to tell people, so that more are along. So one day, wow, power belongs to the people. Power belongs to the people. What would MC
Yeah.
It have to be done. That you should know that power belongs to you. And the people that you are putting in office should be able to know that power belongs to those people. And this is what we're going to advocate
for.
And probably this is what we're going to make changes. Yeah, in our approach.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of our messaging also. I talk to people million long way if I go you know, ñun dal UDP dal dega ñoo mëna amé réew mi way xam nga you know seen message I say what about our messaging wow seen guy ñu ñoo waxé I say wow I can understand
yeah
okay leena tamit you should understand fonga differentiate between UDP as a party with its manifesto, its principles and policies.
Yeah.
And Gambian people who feel, well, they are supporting UDP and they are on their own and talking whatever, they're talking their mind. Ni mawul bo nyoto.
Yeah.
For momi yalon ko he put on yellow drunk, kay entabi UDP supporter, abe siri Milan. You know, I Facebook, I ko you know, rek, ito ko UDP, because yo muta UDP. Ibe problem wona felale. There are a lot of people million ko be probably NPP. Iko ka NPP support. Ika kol kele meaning NPP la finna kol man killing. You know, but ni ko be individual lol ning NPP fenkela. Abe kola le. Lafta mo li fan understand one aspect. But again, nga feel nga mo law concern nga understand le. So much that we are coming up with a fenko ka jako mo monding ye fang sutiandi patiola ibe kukela minnim patiola satul manta patio be lodula tale la ko lale ke denounce wande ke lawo ku ka rectify wande ka fu fang in fact handing atara ite man officially ka fu ko mo registered party member ka itandi ko e manke patiola dingoti you know ofana be better la ko kono you know to help people understand. Because that is one thing that certain people want to honestly, just understand you know,
and that is one thing that is very important. A lot of people say that that you know, Mr. Dabo, and we must be honest though, he has said several times he doesn't want anybody to stand on the UDP platform and to be honest, all political platform but obviously there are people they align with the party and they say certain things to people. And I think that, you know, the messaging is important. So if you guys come out all the time to sell that message, I think that will also be more gonna enlighten right? Party allow imosifa allow.
Yaji moyato. Mulianta kuja male korosila. Wala ta ko en ko sidia kaminfo. Mol si kesa barlate dron. Yaji kabiri en nte electing.
Yeah.
There are people million ke babalong. Manneh al felentali yata de tonya do ko nyi aya nole waranta sa nole anji kitala de bari waraten jam fala you see o be ka fole bari ko that's not a problem mil ba fu kay nyanta folale because man ninka kebal kam min folam e ko ni kan kuran ye ba fa ne tungulenje ka borle ka silale you know ning atare ya feel ko e jiko di molale at some point will not a boycott inata jam faake oto ni wo jiki kilingo nata di modo la fana on the same positions similar you know isi osi fa mira nole you know so that's all right with them you know to think that way you know but kana mutafana ko bebe wala nyama o kana jikila tendi no wakana jikila tendi ko wala wakana jikila tendi.
So finally wato bantale Gambia no mbe jiberola ani molo mi alon ko bina programo jibela Saturday la programo ti ilafta mun fola mole ani supporter sol bayri ka fo be siala mole be siala ilafta mun message to la mole
comme nga patiolo nyaming kala fikata luala and everything. I understand ko they secure a police permit ka jeko to nyambita alpha nyimbenduna donc mo wargalol te pour ka ke ay do ko minke bantala na tata minna a jartale pour ka bendung handing atraman ke politiko da man you know abe futala jang talam fulale yo abina flight minna ani nun tan jamal le binala ni tourisol binala and everything arrangement ketala pour ka jeko bawo support min bala anin crowd min bita fenkela man la fi Kenya ke airport to
min be modo
fenkela so much that arrangement have been made and there are people million ko ba receive at the foot of the aircraft then bari be old terminal building na area jele be use la tabe funti la ni jema fon la isaje crowd mi yalan ko be tarla airport kono sansan kono because the bigger one will be outside but min be tarla fenko nyin kono and some of the press min be tarla je will ba receive la at that area le you know away from tourist ni luntango dol binanen damin la you know ni nana tanan je ani mole ñoo konton ani press be diam la briefly you know then sinana motake ni commencé woto kata ala suwokono but maybe nim futata suwokono ani gambian kolbe ñoo salam la wala fangoto andum press fana be kuma jama soto la bulu wala to
wato banta sarodi baɗi ngono min be jibe alka folo be suba ni misala kan alo ala mo ka be suba to ira ta mo sarodi la mo la wato
la to saro bin dila dron wala min tinde san be nadum kan another political campaign yakono election yakono ni banko mo banko dinnati kana fo dron ko Gambia ñu ñebe ben ñoo bokande ñoo bokka bay you know foka paraka dan nengoto damma you know because wala tonya yata nte mbiyete buka kankilin fo bari toñante le bota bakilin fakilin oto nga jeko we manifest weke na politiko kono nga sabari no nga kota ni mbunyani horomola fuka pare kuluwo mi ya lonko nga fil ko nga soto yalon ni mo buka song ya fo en ko ite kulu baliyata le because sometimes ikamin feel ni ko kulu baliyata ikaje nyin kon kulu wolo ntela alfal man kulu woto mobe bori wala ikana kuke mimbe itandi la koy mukulu balolti fay be fanjela ko tumando akwo murunti la alfa la kan woto nga ko be ke nun kulwoti Adama Barrow lom banko la president wati mba oppose la le because banko be karafari nga telema it is different from modo mimba oppose kam banko la fenta bulu woto Adama Barrow la support lal nyantalo nako inin opposition la support lal be kulje kan nyamin iman killing ya understand opposition leaders all they are not accountable because mo la fentable but ni aje be kuma do kuma fola nyimma because mo la palaso le babulu
to nyalo
adu banko satwe mem fo nali ya palaso di mola ala check na bita kan kula min ala fo bara ma fo nyindo min ba nyinin ka warata nyindo mi yalan kalman fen karafama fo mol si nyine balance bari min kum mayata hanning ataram be nyin check la mba fola mba oppose la ay ke buñani hormo kono lafta opposition li jejube bari lafta banko mol fana ko le crossé bari lafta fana leadership fana e wolong Adama fana ay mira nabe kumala he's not only Adama Barrow from Mankamankunda he's the head of state of the Gambia adu nate kumata mulka jube ko Gambia la nyaton ko le kumata Gambia la kumata na kumata duniya le ka jube Gambian ko la president be kumakan na kumata mandika kan wala tikana mura ko ka diamu kafo min be siringa nyati no na Mankamankunda
ntole folo ka saf
abe safela le adu miya lon ko America la embassy min bijang ko kundin aya fo wala mulka interpret le ya be fo ay menefo aya base mun kan adu ning atara amanyinya anin horomo manta abe ntelle affect la in as much as about fana affect la aya hakilo to woto sometimes atela Kenya na la kumanya katina le milba noma wol fana ka wosifal follow ala hakil to woyeta woto ndafta kuwe o ke wona nyama nga dum ko kono ni nyoya yala anin sanawo ya saje you know kate fayo yeke oppositional ye fansoto banko ya fansoto lafta ka electoral commission mi ya lonko fana ya low itelam referility but they are Gambians too you know independent electoral commission ka foy wana but they are Gambians they have stake in the country
that's true
ya kata do ko nyin ya la tiwo ar soto le ya lonne let them not be influenced ya ke alata nyaawo nyanding abetiata but ning atara ning sartol ning tonya tata yake wonyama. That's better for their legacy. But for their conscience also. You understand? Lafta nga cool ke wala nyama na kete wonyama. Njikita ko cool be level lale. The press all the time iko they are the fourth estate. Akana dang wala. The fourth estate need to be protected. Need to be protected. And ila doku inyantakele nyaming. Let the security people know also. Itel fanayeti o arla soto. Dan dulala bela kola. Ne uniform o do itata doku dla. Ni pareta eka say swole kono yela muso taraje ye uniform o rang you go in civil ye dingul taraje. The same reality is called face. Ni uniform o dun kana nyina e bota daming. Kana nyina ye boy sol mil to garam place auto. Yeta kuke minni womanta. Eko you take orders from your seniors. But they don't say you take every order. Take rightful orders.
Yes.
Take orders that are right. Order me yalanko is wrong. Don't take it. How can you, a bunch of soldiers or bunch of paramilitaries kalo, an individual kanaka falenko because I'm your senior, do this and what yalanko war is among a rightful command. You take it. And after all, few years ago you have seen the TRRC me yalanko eba fokan. Oh, you've taken order and you do it's a wrongful order. And they're gonna be sanctions for all those things. You have seen this assemblies saying if they have taken orders, they regretted it. It's wrong. Why should you repeat it? Mola hakil tuwe tarawoto. Na long kontel baking. Moro. Ikonte ne pa mane. Bawo na moyato janganin na kolto na adol ni fenkoto niko e pa mane wo manding kolti wala enke manding koti mfamu manding kolti ngata konton wala ta andu wo siyo wala enke manding koti e ko manding kolti bari mba mu fulolti ko nga fula nono lo susu so if you tell me ko pa mane wo man la fi fulolla wo man tonya ya
e ko moy mi susu famu wolti
I mean nte ba mu fulolti mba ba mu fulolti afamu fulolti mbari mo mili yen kanu Fokano danta dam will be mfulol. Nsano will million lonko. Ngasano brother so million lonko akafo. You know, Zoom is my brother. I love him to death. I mean, he's my cousin brother. Slamin Jalo. I mean, so ntebe will konna nyadi just because they are. I mean, that's wrong. But why should you allow somebody to make you believe in that? Utenyante fallo nale. Ali fala kumonata. So the home in Bembulu is to cleanse the society. Kamola mira nya fana be falling. Awarta Bartumando asisonea.
Oto doku balbal.
Doku balbal.
Temabe mutale bi politiko e tribal politics ya mbako. So doku jamale be politician bebulu ka bonding ko na programs o jibaning agenda ningo ke drone banko bita and we'll be able to get a good leader for the country and that's what we all deserve. Thank you very much Pa Manneh. I think this is your first media interview Kabri Select as the campaign manager. Like I said, I'm glad you're from West Coast because we are the power makers, we are the king makers, and then I think you know you also have a lot of work
I'll tell you this. Nkontanta ila kilirola kana adung puruka na force fenko ngaki jang in as much as bidding walung calls where we want to talk to you somewhere like no just online fenko I say no don't worry I will talk to you you know but you know wo fana ni aja bekela Kerr Fatou la lo nya do ko nyin kono ntel mangfu tellement fou do ko nyin alba tamaka nyaming min ya lonko ntel maje ko is you align to politics political ntel maje let it be said in a which way tel maje wonya
como Kerr you
no
but saying alla mo como Kerr
imagine
but and I like that I like that Kerr UDP now Kerr Tari so that means don't that's good I like that I like that
so wole atida bunyani horomo dita andum sabarla dam malaka gagné sabarla dam malaka gagné albe sabaro min albe do ko kala alma man so yal jowola andum ngalo no ko alba ke kam banko dam malaka ma andum telefona be politiko ko no banko dam malaka you know. So alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much, Paro, and we really appreciate for you coming here to talk to us. Kabring e koli ma koli and the son and the wardronom. And one thing about Allah Mole Rakoti, you know, people say UDP Katunal platform. UDP people keep Monday mana. Okay. It's all from interview request. They can request. And whenever you reach out, they're always available. And until journalists, until every week, until we have to have Kerr Fatou, until a show, Politic Kacha, Grand Bantaba, the brunch, Lamin Fatila. We have to have minimum 6 to 7 people every week to come on platforms. So we try everybody, but nimin nata, nimin kasong kanadra, until be nata, because we need people. And you guys always provide that, and some other parties also. If ananka try kana, but you guys are really exceptional in that.
In as much as lafta more reactions, anila emotions, meso laka fenke, surtout UDP. But man la fi muli nyina fana UDP la jaro. What UDP have enjoyed. I will still go back to the TRRC kafeng. TRRC keta janne. Fa banta. Patio minna molu. Ibela political fenko da mala exercise kan. Ye butero soto je, ye faro soto je, ye baramoro soto je, ye castration soto je, ye bio soto do kudla, ye victimization soto je. I mean, bimu UDP. Wale itanita. And just because I'm UDP. I don't honeybee. Call be caring ni fengere ko UDP kolom. You see, patio mi yalon ko adu atel la molu atel baje kan ko almantra ko ke kan fenka manama ke bankoti. And they ikal accuse wonyama, ikal victimize wonyama, ikal meme wonyama. You know, sometimes aka dimine. You know, wala na sometimes ngamira modu la reaction kalafi tambila. In as much as la natambo mambete. And we are not encouraging it. And we don't want you to take that as an advantage ka Kenya be Kenya to. But in left moli ofuna be cross moto. Wala na psychology sol betiata ka moju be moye kodo ke ikema koi ila miro to in Kenya to. Because kalon ko something is responsible for making you to behave the way you are behaving.
That's true.
You understand?
That's true.
And left you be UDP la ko la jar wa diminta bakele. And it's all for country. You know, so
all for country. Thank you very much pa kasha diata detailed interested and jikita Gambian ol mini alon ko imam pamani la jar lom bi akwete mala jumalom pamani ala political trajectory. I minge kabri in the 80s for be a political kono woto wala experience ngamira bi o senata la bake and obviously la message ngamin koranje wolon ko kata Gambian ol kan especially the independent kachane muno UDP la agenda and UDP la inclusiveness. I think that is a very strong message. Hopefully you're able to do that. Kerr Fatou Bunda is open to all of you, especially by Canada political season. Thank you very much for coming here. And of course, Mohammed Sao for the but in Tulambaja ila for the studio Coronata Janim Panata Jan to my team, Charles, Mustafa Lamin, Samsidin and Sire. Thank you very much and good night to you all. See you next week. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ja Oil ñoom ñoo jiitu si wàllum jaay essence si biir réew mi te ñu def ko warugal pour kontaan loo suñu client yi borom moto yi ak driver yi seen jaaxare jeex na léegi pour am essence bu baax ak njëg bu yomba lii sax moo tax ñu amal leen banxaas fépp si biir réew mi pour essence bu baax bu set benn place rek la muy Ja Oil soo soxlae essence bu set essence bu baax gasoil wala kérosine naa la wax ne Ja Oil rek mooy jëmukaay ga doxantul rek si bépp banxaasi Ja Oil nga am si bànneex ak Ja Oil seen bànneex mooy suñ taxawaay moo tax ñu amoon leen banxaas bépp si biir réew mi nim gën a yombee pour yow ak suñ liggéeykat yu xarañ yi naa la won ne mbégte rek nga see jël pour am essence bu baax pour say machine fenn place rek la mooy sa Ja Oil ak Ja Oil bànneex kese la moo tax sax suñ station si nekk ca Costa Road ak Banjul wàññil nañ leen njëgi essence bi foofu noonu pour am si lu leer mun ngaa call si 770 8080 322 9070 714 7273 wala 787 1321 Ja Oil, the pride of the nation.
We are happy to announce the launch of our new logo. We have evolved since our incorporation in 1997, and it is time to refresh our new look to reflect who we are today. Before I reveal our new look, however, walk with me while I take you through our journey of the last 25 years. Trust Bank was incorporated on July 3rd, 1997 and began operations on October 1st, 1997. Following the collapse of the parent company of its predecessor, Meridian, the CBG stepped in and recapitalized the bank and held the shares in trust, thus the name Trust Bank. In 1999, the first investors who responded to the IPO and paid $1.50 per share received their maiden dividend of 50 bututs per share. In 2000, the bank fully paid back its investment by declaring another dividend of $1.20 bututs per share, making it a cumulative dividend per share of $1.70, which was 20 bututs above the purchase price. Between 2002 to date, share capital has increased from $27 million to $200 million, indicating that the bank has grown organically by plowing back profits to increase capital while at the same time paying dividends to shareholders. The bank was listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange in November 2002, being the first ever cross-border listing in the sub-region. Now let's talk about awards. The bank was awarded the insignia of the National Order of the Republic of the Gambia, ORG, in the year 2010 by His Excellency the President of the Republic of the Gambia. During the past years, the bank has received so many national and international awards. Banker Magazine, 6 times. Global Finance, 6 times. Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, 5 times. We began operations with 3 branches. Now, we have 18 branches and 20 ATMs and counting. On digital services, mobile app, check. Online banking, check. Transaction alerts, check. Watch this space. We've got more coming. Creating employment, yes, we've got that too. 400 and counting. And we take great care of our people too. Medical insurance, life insurance, private and state pensions, annual pilgrimages for both Muslims and Christians, training, yes, we do them all. One team, one family, one goal. That's the Trust Bank spirit. On corporate social responsibility, we have spent over $50 million in various causes. We care, and so we share. Over the years, we have paid over $1.6 billion to our shareholders, which translates to a whopping $20 per share and counting. Phenomenal returns for our shareholders who purchased at $1.50. Corporate taxes, over $1 billion is paid. Our journey started with a vision to create the kind of company that delivers quality services and innovative products with an inspired team dedicated to serving our customers, our environment, and our communities at large in the most caring manner. We remain fully committed to delivering excellent services to each of our stakeholders, customers, employees, shareholders, and partners. So, we remain true to who we have always